1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright.
Those guys called ice, not the name on your beer. Got no chill, ain't nice, just some dollar store fear. Popping up like farts, right out of thin air. Collecting people like carts at Home Depot right there. They roll up slow in a beat-up van. Mirrored shades like some weekend clan. No badge, no name, just steroids and rage. Ain't upholding law, just what Trump done staged. Ain't no heroes, ain't so brave, just ice on draft. Third world thugs, playing at a thug stagecraft. No warrants to read, it's not their tune. Singing Trump's hits, Stephen Miller's goons. Ice cold like buzz, don't fake fights. No spine, no froth, just taking away rights. They banish your cousin, your boss, your wife. Just proud boys, empowered mega low lives. You go to court like you're told to do. Next thing you know, they done came for you. In baseball caps and unmarked cars, with the law on mute and Constitution disbarred. One guy helped our troops abroad, spoke the lingo in the Afghan wars. Promised him shelter, gave him chains. Thank you for your service, now get on a train. Ice cold like buzz, don't fake fights. No spine, no froth, just taking away your rights. They banish your cousin, your boss, your wife. Just proud boys, empowered mega low lives. One senator spoke out at a presser. They jumped on his ass like John Hinckley Jr. Can't interrupt good old DHS Christie unless she's in need of an antihistamine. And one state official stepped into the hall. Tried to do right, they made him fall. Didn't matter if it's courtroom air, ice don't knock when no one cares. Need diapers at Walmart, ice is near. Came for your green card, you'll disappear. Following procedure, they don't care. Fought for this country, way over there. Ice cold light like beach beer gone warm. All show, no soul and no uniforms. They puff like pirates, vanish like mist. Leave a line with your fear like a dictator's fist. Ice cold light like this is a stale, just melted pride. Americans who failed, they flex, they hide, flout laws in plain sight. The tiki torch feds of a Friday night. They ain't no rescue squad, just a bad bar fight. Ice cold light in a cooler spike.
Mi gente,
Really hate that
por ahí
shit.
andan las noticias que según quieren deportar a toda la raza trabajadora y les hicimos este corrido, compa Kevin.
Para que le pongan oído dice más o menos así, compadre. Años tengo trabajando de este lado, buscando el mentado sueño americano.
Los gringos aquí ya no nos quieren, que según les estorbamos.
Se menciona mucho en los noticieros, traen muchos mitotes esos del gobierno.
Resulta ya quieren deportarme, en eso no estamos de acuerdo.
Resulta que por ser inmigrante mi valor es insignificante. Si supieran lo que batallamos para salir adelante.
Día con día salimos a chambear, no creo que a nadie le hagamos mal. Ya quisiera verlos trabajando como lo hace este ilegal. ¿Y qué culpa tenemos nosotros los inmigrantes por querer buscar nuestros sueños? ¡Ánimo, mi gente! Y no se me rajen.
Y así suenan los de la norte, compa Jesús Méndez. Puro elegante récord, mi viejo. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
Unos días no duermo y otros como mal, pa' que a mi familia nada le pueda faltar.
Se murió mi madre y a mi padre, espero volverlo a mirar.
Canto por mi gente, no se vayan a agüitar, que Diosito es grande y de esta ley nos va a salvar.
Nomás acuérdense de Florida, nos volvieron a ocupar.
Resulta que por ser inmigrante, mi valor es insignificante. Si supieran lo que hemos sufrido para salir adelante.
Día con día salimos a chambear, no creo que a nadie le hagamos mal. Ya quisiera verlos trabajando como lo hace este ilegal.
Mesta isukame Claudia Shemo ya utayu. Shabete ya komara javeni kenam pokayu tita pero yem ku ak.
De donde soy no nos rajamos, cualquier tierra la trabajamos.
El sacrificio jamás es en vano, que hasta el espacio hemos llegado.
Where we are from no nos rajamos, and what we dream of lo realizamos. Gran paisano, hermano, amigo, soy mexicano. Y cambiamos de lugar, no de bandera. Verde, blanco y rojo lo llevo en las venas. Como el águila volamos sin fronteras. Rompemos la malla que separa tierras. Y nacimos con legado de grandeza. Extraño mi rancho, también mi familia, pueblo querido que no se me olvida. Aunque de este lado me trajo la vida, siempre paradela como Pancho Villa. Y cambiamos de lugar, no de bandera. Verde, blanco, rojo lo llevo en las venas. Como el águila volamos sin fronteras. Rompemos la malla que separa tierras. Y nacimos con legado de grandeza.
A nuestras mujeres y madres inmigrantes, un ejemplo de fuerza y valor. ¡Y que viva México!
Y aunque el acta diga americano, hay en puro mexicano.
Y cambiamos de lugar, no de bandera. Verde, blanco y rojo lo llevo en mis venas.
Como el águila volamos sin fronteras. Rompemos la malla que separa tierras y nacimos con legado de grandeza.
Y cambiamos de lugar, no de bandera. Verde, blanco y rojo lo llevo en mis venas. Como el águila volamos sin fronteras. Rompemos la malla que separa tierras. Y nacimos con legado de grandeza.
¡Ay, qué bello
autor viene a decirnos con mucha firmeza y gran convencimiento lo mismo que nos decía en el siglo XVIII el barón de Holbach, ¿no? Un filósofo francés de origen alemán. Si nos remontamos al comienzo, entonces hallaremos que la ignorancia y el temor crearon a los dioses. La fantasía, el entusiasmo o el engaño los adornaron o desfiguraron. La debilidad les rinde culto, la credulidad los conserva, la costumbre los respeta y la tiranía los apoya para que la ceguera de los hombres sirva a sus propios intereses.
Let me do it again. Let me do it again one more time.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
I think the background sometimes gets in the way of things. All right, fam. Good to have you here. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. There's a reason why I say it that way, too. Let me welcome you. Yeah, it's all good. All good that you guys. My bad, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. I meant to call you, bro, and I totally forgot. And did I call? No, I don't think I did, man. Anyway, so that's my bad. What up, Brown Ray? Good to have you here. Dan Boat. And for you haters from the distance, it's all good, man. You don't got to say what's up. It's all good. I know that these are. What's going on here? Just a sec. Oh, it disconnected. Interesting, you know. Let's see what's going on. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something. Hold on, all right?
Bluetooth mode.
Great. All right. So
Bluetooth connected.
my radio was off. I usually have music in the background. Hold on. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right. Yeah, for the three of you that are watching, let's check this out real quick. Reap what you sow, or you reap what you sow. We're going to see some videos today, and I'm also going to read some stuff later on, okay? Because this goes for everybody. You reap what you sow. The shit that you planted is what's going to come back to you. See, remember, keep in mind, that's the way life works. Even scriptures talk about that. So let's just kind of give you a basic understanding of what this means. The phrase, you reap what you sow, is a proverb that means future consequences are inevitably shaped by the present actions.
Who are you?
Present or certain actions that pertain to your experience or what you left behind as your legacy, so-called. In other words, the good and bad actions you take will eventually lead to corresponding outcomes. You see this? This concept is often referenced in a biblical context, particularly Galatians 6:7, which states that a person will reap what they sow, emphasizing the importance of one's actions. It's all over the scriptures too, by the way. It's not just Galatians 6 and 7. It's all over it. You know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Galatians 6:7. Let's read it. Might as well. Galatians 6:7 says this: "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." This country, these people, you usurpers, you invaders, you colonizers, you reap what you sow. It was an unjust takeover. Yes, curse wise, of course, I understand that. But even scriptures say that you went too far. Like, you went too far. Like I said in this channel, and I've never lied, everybody had a chance to repent. Every nation did. And the scriptures talk about that currently, the children, right? The children, okay, of this world are much wiser than the children of men. Okay? So we read that scriptures in the past. Let me see if I can remember it. I was talking to a brother about it. Give me a second. Let me go back. Let me see if it's here. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, I know where I put it. My bad. It's good. It's been so se me olvidó. Man, what's going on with my phone today? It's acting stupid. Let me see that again. Luke 16:8. Luke 16:8 says this. I'll read it in a simpler term. As a result, the master of this dishonest manager praised him for doing such a shrewd thing, because the people of this world are much more shrewd in handling their affairs than the people who belong to the light. His people, his children. You see that? Shrewd. What's that word mean? Let's consider it. Let's consider this word. My bad. A lot of times we read over things and we don't look at what they mean. We don't pay attention to the meaning. It says having or showing sharp power of judgment or astute, supposedly. Piercing cold. That's it right there. Mischievous, malicious, que le vale berg. O sea, así bien frío, güey. You guys are very cold people. These nations of people are very cold. That's why I titled it, You Reap What You Sow. And it's not just, the Khazar here. We're also going to tackle, because there's two nations in this world right now. They are claiming to be somebody they're not. Revelation 2:9, it says, I know your trouble. I know that you are poor, but really you are rich. I know the evil things said against you by those who claim to be Jews, but are not. They are a group that belongs to Satan. It says it again and repeats it again in Revelation 3:9. There's different churches, okay? So he's talking about certain people. Two churches are going to deal with two types of nations claiming these things. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. This isn't for par right here, family. When you read this stuff right here, it means like it's not up to you to force people to do this shit. You should not want this to happen to you. This is basically an embarrassment to them. It's a reminder and an embarrassing to them to put them back in their position, to remind them of how disgusting and sick and wicked they are. Because again, you reap what you sow. As far as I know, right? We've been lied to for a very long time. We've been told so many things. And then now, in this time of age, we are also told that we should ignore the things that we read now. You judge me for what I don't know, and then you judge me for what I do know. And again, there's 723 people that signed, subscribe to this channel, fam, and a good I would say 40% of them are 12 tribe chart believers. Two reasons why they listen is because they know I'm not lying and burns their spirit, and two is because they hope I fall. Those are facts. So let's begin. Thank you, Meshiacha. VTC, bro. Let's get this message out. All right, let's go. Let's begin.
My grandfather lived here before your family got off the boat. They call us immigrants. But how can you immigrate to a place your ancestors never left? Long before there were borders, passports, or ice raids, our families were here, indigenous, mestizo, rooted in the land. Our great-grandparents didn't cross the border crossed them. Places like Texas, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. They weren't discovered, they were taken. They were Mexico. They were native land, and we've never left. You want to talk about who belongs here? Let's talk about the pueblos that stood before your first ancestor docked in Ellis Island. Let's talk about Nahuatl, Quechua, and Mayan languages spoken long before English existed. Let's talk about the fact that some of us have generations of graves in this soil, and you call us visitors? This isn't about hate, it's about truth. We are not illegals, we are descendants, and we're not going anywhere. We're not the invaders. We're the inheritance.
I love that last part. We're going to go down the little line here real quick. Next message. I thought this was funny. I always forget to bring some stuff, but you know what? This is an interesting way to respond. If anybody pulls you guys over, now you know what to say.
I'm an American citizen. You match the description of someone we're looking for. I bet I do. You got ID? Do I have ID? I'm an American citizen. You match the description of someone we're looking for. I bet I do. And you guys match the description of people that have been committing atrocities and discrimination against brown people for centuries. Here you go. What'd you just say? Oh, no, nothing. You'll see if you look up my record that I don't have any felonies, and I didn't have to get elected again to avoid further prosecution and jail time. Excuse me? Oh, no excuses on my end. I don't have any photos or videos of me partying with Epstein, like your boss does. Oh, you think you're real smart? Oh, no, my education was colonized, so I'm not that bright. Am I being detained, or am I free to go? You're free to go. Thanks, Triple K. Oh, and Grandpappy, if he saw your face, the way it's covered, and the way you're harassing brown people, he'd be proud of you.
This is fine. This is fine. All right, let's continue. Let's continue, man. And again, I appreciate y'all that actually do listen, man, because I usually create activity if I'm arguing with somebody. People love to hear me argue, bro. Maybe they want to see somebody actually come down here and prove me wrong, and they fucking never can.
Bruh. Wait a minute. Who are you?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Feed themselves. Look, today the world is waking up to the fact that Israel is a genocidal state, that its continued existence along the lines that it currently operates is incompatible with basic humanity, and the world is starting to come together and say, we need to stop supporting Israel, we need to block this. And in the United States, more and more voices are being raised, and people are recognizing the horrible reality of this genocidal state and the moral complicity of the United States, especially the pro-Zionist lobby that exists in America today, which has a kung fu death grip on the Trump administration through their various cabinet positions. The pro-Israeli crowd will become more and more isolated, and Israel will eventually collapse on the weight of its own crimes. We have an Israel that is economically damaged, I believe fatally so. I don't think Israel's going to be able to recover from the damage that has been done. And as Israel collapses economically, the sustainability of life in Israel becomes difficult.
They were the people of the Most High. They would not be losing their shit. This is very typical of these people right here, and I'm gonna call them out today. Exactly, I'm calling out a couple people today, like I always do, man. I keep it I keep it fair. So you don't assume that it's just one side. I keep it fair and square. You know what I'm saying? So, because what you guys are going to hear, it's going to, you know what I mean? It's not going to blow your mind, bro, because honestly, I've been sharing this a lot with you guys, and this is atypical for Khazars. Khazars aren't interested in Canaan, bro. Canaan is helping them out. They're not interested in that. They don't like us, man. Very simple. We are their biggest enemy, and you'll understand why. Let's go.
Promise you will laugh
nuclear
at
weapon
the end.
in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year.
Iran will have enough enriched uranium in a few months for 2 nuclear bombs.
Today, the IAEA reports that Iran is accelerating its nuclear program.
And yeah, I don't usually do video about the politicians, it's more like a fun videos that I make, but this clown right here, the short clips of him in different years, definitely can be a meme, so you can look.
In a few years' time, Iran is guaranteed to have as many as 100 nuclear bombs. It's only a few months, possibly a few weeks.
Atomic bomb, that's what he's holding,
before
a
they
picture
get
of it,
enough enriched uranium for the first bomb.
This is not a hypothesis. It is fact. Iraq, Iran, and Libya are racing to develop nuclear weapons. Time is running out.
Time is running out.
There's a reason why they hate certain people, and there's a reason why they hate you too. Check it out. I'm not lying, bro. Check this out. I am telling you that here goes. Oh no, is it? Yeah, this is one of them.
Diferenciándonos de la política del norte, y aquí viene el problema que quiero plantear, digamos, con exactitud, ojalá. Y es que la política del norte cada vez más es el rechazo profundo del éxodo. Es una política racista, y por eso lo de Palestina tiene tanta importancia para alumbrarnos el inmediato futuro para nosotros. Que no van a matar solo los niños palestinos, sino que van a defender su modus de vida, como le quieran llamar, que es blanco, que es ario, que está basado en altos niveles de consumo, como todos ustedes saben, que hoy es un consumo que se construye sobre la muerte de los demás, porque es lo que provoca la crisis climática. Es decir, el consumo blanco ario del norte está acercándonos a la extinción de la humanidad a través de la crisis climática. No voy a explicar eso aquí. Otro tema, el cambio químico en la atmósfera. Y ese cambio químico en la atmósfera estimula el éxodo. Entonces, los problemas políticos y de inestabilidad de nuestros países, que ya arrojan una población que va hacia México, cada vez crecerán, pero por otro motivo que tiene que ver con la falta del agua, con la desertización, por el empobrecimiento, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Crisis climática que será respondida por el norte como en Palestina, quebrando el derecho internacional. No los van a invitar, no les van a permitir la entrada, ametrallarán y usarán campos de concentración.
I brought this video out in a short. Actually, I showed this video in 2023. He said this November. Yeah, there it goes right there. November 2023. And it was at a Gustavo Petro, the president of Colombia. And they had met in Latino America, congregation, whatever. And he was basically saying that the example that they're seeing in Palestina, right? Like, back then, right? Is a microcosm of the macro development that's been going on here. You see what I'm saying? And he says, and guess what? After the decimation, and because these people of this northern area that literally took this land, okay? If you're not indigenous, you stole this fucking land. I need you guys to be very clear about this shit. You need to understand this. Every single one of y'all that came. Slavery might have been probably that applied to you guys maybe 100 years, if that, maybe 100 years. And those are facts. because segregation was probably for 40, 50 years. And that's a fact. Us indigenous have been going through this since 1490 fucking 2. And that's a fact. So as I'm showing you, what you reap is what you sow, right? Remember, Jews and Muslims, Jews and Moors of Spain, these were the same effing bastards that came here, and I'm going to show you some material shit. Because every time I keep it 100, people love to hate. They only like to talk about Edom, but never like to talk about themselves. You guys both had it. I'm telling you. So now, let's go back. You reap what you sow. Here we see a comparable in regards to, hey, man, what's going on over there in Palestine? You're going to see it happen here, because not only are these people like so demanding of drugs and necessity and all that, but their society is going to crumble. There's going to be lack of water. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. And guess what? When they get desperate, they're going to put you guys in concentration camps. Exactly what's going on right now. Donald Trump is sending people to Salvador. He's talking about opening up like Alcatraz. Now he's talking about having alligators and fucking pythons and like surrounding fucking jails and shit. Like what are you guys talking about? So now, keep in mind, you reap what you sow, right? So let's not forget what we just saw earlier. Netanyahu's here, so-called, right? They're realizing, this is what they're realizing. Supposedly now they want to paint the picture and say, oh, it's their fault, it's their fault. No, it ain't their. You guys are one and the same, bro. You're just finding out right now, Edom. You are Esau. You're just finding out, Esau, that, you're just collateral damage. And now all of a sudden you're like, Tartaria. Oh, the old world. Oh, we should unite. Oh, no. You reap what you sow.
Israelis will defeat themselves. Look, today the world is waking up to the fact that Israel is a genocidal state, that it continued existence.
This idiot doesn't know that 1776 was orchestrated and created with the functionalization of these people, with your people. You guys created Freemasonry, Kabbalah, all of that shit. Now all of a sudden it's a surprise to you? Stop it. There was a time where us Meshiacha, Indigenous, Hebrew brothers and sisters did not know how to read. We understood, we knew that we were limited in that type of knowledge, but never in wisdom, because that's what's actually where the power is. All we needed to do was just hear who we truly are first. First, you need to find out who you are. That's the first thing, before anything. You can't believe in things without knowing who you are, without knowing where your forefathers are from. You know what I'm saying? And for all you so-called natives, right, that don't agree with me, well, maybe we're just not the same people, man. Those are just fucking facts. I'm a Hebrew. And I'm a Hebrew, and I happen to be here for quite a long time, okay? Quite long time. So you're just going to have to deal with it. If you guys came later, that's not my fault. If you got a problem with it, then prove to me your historical facts. Because all I hear is about this and that, and nothing is actually proven. But everything that we've been proving in this book that we have and history that we share applies to the Hebrews. We got more weight on what we're finding, even through the Bible that you believe in, that the Christian people taught you. We can prove who we are before you can. So let's continue, because listen, once again, you guys don't realize who your real true enemies are. Let's go.
Along the lines that it currently operates is incompatible with basic humanity. And the world is starting to come together and say, we need to stop.
Come together. No. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. We don't want your help, nor do we want to help you. We already know what is about to happen. We see it. The scriptures talk about it. Watch the the fig tree, right? When you put it forth, leaves, and understand that summer is nigh, meaning summer is close. But again, I've said it before, the leaves, they start sprouting in December, in the cold. When all the leaves fall off, they start growing slowly in the winter. But that's not summer, because summer is not after winter, it's spring. So there's a little bit of time where we see the expedition of things. I'm sorry, the expedition. Let me just use the right word. The speed of time. How it's just everything's happening much quicker, like the contractions of a woman. Let's continue.
Stop supporting Israel. We need to block this. And in the United States, more and more voices are being raised, and people are recognizing the horrible reality of this genocidal state and the moral complicity of the United States, especially the pro-Zionist lobby that
Now Esau wants to wash their hands, like as if we didn't know any better. I mean, we didn't know them. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Esau, your days are numbered. Esau, your days are numbered. Psalms 83 first mentions you mofos and everybody that follows. Remember, it starts with Esau and it ends with the Philistines. Do you understand that? Let's go.
Exists in America today, which has a kung fu death grip on the Trump administration through their various cabinet positions. The pro-Israeli crowd will become more and more isolated, and Israel will eventually collapse on the weight of its own crimes. We have an Israel that is economically damaged, I believe fatally so. I don't think Israel's going to be able to recover from the damage that has been done. And as Israel collapses economically, the sustainability of life in Israel becomes difficult.
Let me just say this to you. Once Israel collapses, so will the WASP. Because the WASP is this guy right here. Here's the WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, and these are the actual fake Jews, right? This is the WASP, this is the Jews, so-called, supposedly, all right? The self-proclaimed ones. When they fall, you will fall. Because you guys believe they're the real people. So when they fall, where the fuck is your God? What you gonna believe in? You see how Christianity is falling apart, fam? Comparing it to history and what it's actually going through. So now let me remind you why this is important to read and understand who these people are and what they believe in. Stop closing your eyes. It's like the movie Eyes Wide Shut. Your eyes are wide open, but you're like asleep, bro. Let's go.
Que es un criminal sionista, lo digo abiertamente, él apoyó a Trump y es íntimo de Netanyahu. Entonces, cuando llegó Netanyahu a Dallas, Texas, que había un grupo de judíos o israelíes, no sé cómo se diga ya eso, le decían, oye, ¿por qué persigues tanto a los palestinos? Y les dice, los palestinos son para nosotros los israelíes lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes en Estados Unidos. Entonces los palestinos son para nosotros los israelíes lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes en Estados Unidos. Los palestinos son para nosotros los israelíes lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes en Estados Unidos.
See, these self-proclaimed Jews are asking the WASP a question. And these self-proclaimed Jews say to the WASP, hey, listen, those Palestinians are our dear enemies like these Mexicans are to you, WASP. Do you understand what that means? We're not done. Let's continue.
Entonces yo veo la palestinización de los mexicanos en Estados Unidos.
Con todos los componentes.
¿Cómo?
Con todos los componentes, porque primero Estados Unidos le roba el territorio a México, después le termina de construir un muro, después los ataques xenófobos y racistas por un componente étnico y religioso también. ¿Qué falta?
Bueno, falta el último capítulo. Vamos a empezar a ver, hay que tenerlo en el escenario, una gran discriminación sobre los mexicanos. Eso a mí me queda muy claro. Y Estados Unidos, porque aquí la pureza blanca del WASP, del racismo, supremacismo, es igual que la pureza inventada de los nuevos judíos del siglo XXI, que ni son semitas. Lo digo con responsabilidad. Hoy uno llega a Tel Aviv y el 25% habla ruso. Son de origen házaro. Los házaros, lo digo también con definiciones puntuales.
Glad that our people are starting to hear this real shit in Spanish, man. Fucking Khazar converts, bro. I'm so glad that our people are hearing this in Spanish. This is why I'm sharing it with you, gente. This is why I'm sharing it with you, man. Because remember, only in the last 100 years, that's a fact, that our indigenous, individual, or for the most part, indigenous, right? For the most part, indigenous people from Mexico, Central, and South have learned how to read. Do you understand what that means? In the last 100 years. Matter of fact, if you really think about it, in the last 70 years, were we really able to read and actually learn things in context? Because you can read shit, but if you don't know what it says in context, then it don't matter what you're reading. It could be like a Christmas Christian. What is that verse? John 3:16. What does it say? I don't know. Let's continue.
Son mongoles centroasiáticos. No son semitas. En Estados Unidos, que es un criminal.
It's not that they can't see it, man. It's the hate behind the propaganda. These people, Esau and his children, they're very easily fooled, man. That's why their elitists love to know the mind so they can fool them completely. They're simpletons, bro. Trust and believe, man, that once this red regime, this nation of people, once they fall, what the fuck are they going to believe in now? They claim that these people are the real Israel, like real Jews. Like my mom's like, if they're the real Jews, why are they killing so many people? I was like, I told you, Mom, you're the Israelite. She's like, I think I'm starting to believe it. You know what I mean? You know how Christians are. They'll say that shit. But I don't know what my mom means. Maybe feels. Maybe she does. I don't know. I showed her, I showed her all the stuff I know. Everything I know, I'm telling you, family, I've told her. She did tell me one time, but then what am I going to believe? So that happens. She said, what am I going to do? Like, people don't want to restart again. They have this walk, belief, faith, and as soon as you question it, they get scared. Something inside moves them, and oh my God, am I going to lose sleep? I don't know. What happens if everything you believe is not real? Well, then guess what? It was never fucking real in the first place. So then why are you still holding on to it? Fuck, man. Now, why am I showing this to you guys? Why am I showing this to you guys? Because this is really happening to us now. And it has never stopped since 1492. And when I show you some historical books regarding certain people that want to now run away from their own history, no. I'm kind of like the cowboy riding the horse and shit, and I'm fucking chasing these bastards and throwing that lasso on their ass and get your ass over here. No, you ain't running from these motherfucking facts. Let's go.
All across our area, new video appears to show an immigration operation happened in Santa Fe Springs yesterday. It happened at the Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet, a large retail and concert space.
Well, I saw that they just ran in there like if it was somebody, like animals, just like if we're animals. They run in there and they just run in there like if they're gonna go get animals out of a cage or something, you know, like scared.
People just, walking out really fast with their kids. The kids were like in their faces. You can see the fear in their faces and the tears. Like, it was just crazy.
Now, people were at the swap meet that were there. They say they were there for a Father's Day concert.
Hey, look, all I say is this, man. You reap what you sow. You see, as you develop in this walk and you start understanding the hatred that they have for, let's just say we're not even, it's like they're not hating us. For a moment, step outside and say they're not hating us. But you're looking from a distance. The fucking hate to have towards certain people. You glorify these other ones that claim that they're having a bad time. It's like, I'm sick. You're not sick. Yeah, I'm sick. No, you're not. Shut up. You're not sick. I fed you. I helped you. You helped me. We took this land. You benefited from it. Right now, you know what I'm saying? You're just less than us because that's just the way it is now. Oh, but shut up. You see what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. Check this out. This is interesting. It gets really interesting because again, this is why I showed you Netanyahu's bullshit belief, ideas, their hate towards certain people. Because some people want to claim themselves and usurp like they're the Hebrews of the Bible, and we know damn well that you guys are not. And I'm going to continue proving that shit tonight too. So I'm basically getting rid of Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9. I'm putting you guys in a particular spot so then people can see now and magnify what the fuck you guys are about. Because it doesn't end here, fam. Why do you think P. Diddy has so much power? Because these bastards gave it to him. Let's go.
See this.
God gave us this country. Our founding fathers.
He started it, by the way. God gave us this country. Okay?
Guys, you won't believe what just
generations of America. Our founding
happened. Let's see this.
God gave us this country. Our founding fathers fought and died for this country. Generations of Americans have sacrificed and bled for this country, and we are not going to let the radical left, the communists, and the America haters take our country. It's not going to happen. Not now, not ever. But it's going to take everyone in this room to stand with President Trump each and every day, to stand by his side every single day. As
this message goes to all the maggots, all these.
Yeah, before he does that, let me read this real quick. Revelation 3:9, man. I'm gonna remind you, bastards. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them the blasphemy of them, which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I'm going to show you a couple videos about that before this ends. Let's go.
Trump supporters. Do you know who Stephen Miller is? I'm going to tell you a little bit. Son of an immigrant, son of a Jewish immigrant, yet he's racist, misogynist, classist, fucking scumbag and cuck of a human fucking being. He's the one responsible for bankrolling everything Donald Trump is doing. In fact, the signal message, you remember those? I think fucking not. This bitch is out here approving these attacks on Yemen, approving these attacks overseas. No word from Trump. He says the president says yes. He said the president says, bitch, he doesn't even talk to the president. He's a motherfucking billionaire and the guy that you really should be fucking mad at, except you want to suck his fucking smegma out his, you bitch alka. Fuck these Trump supporters and fuck these maggots.
Look, anyone who didn't know before, you know now. Stephen Miller is a dangerous, unhinged man who is dictating most of the policy in this country right now. The Wall Street Journal just did a report today that says Trump in private has said that if it was up to Stephen Miller, there would only be 100 million Americans in
you to pay attention to that because I'm going to show you something very interesting. And thank you, brother Yasharala.
that says Trump in private has said that if it was up to Stephen Miller, there would only be 100 million Americans in this country. Just let that sink in. There's actually, right now, about 350 million Americans. So Stephen Miller, if he had it his way, would get rid of 250 million Americans because they don't look exactly like him. Why?
Now, on face value, it may mean nothing. But no, my friends, en contraire, mon frère. A quote that I stole from Nate the Snake from IOIC, the punk ass. Yep, the punk ass. And look, y'all already know. You know who I am. You guys are scared. You never will ever ISUPK, GMS, Sakari likes to get pegged. IOIC, all of you guys. FOPI especially, man. You guys don't want none of this fight, bro. Just as a fact. That's why you stay away. So let's look at this. They said, hey man, Stephen Miller, if he had a chance, he would get rid of 100, he would get rid of so many people, right? To leave about 100 million, right? So check this out. The brother sent this to me and I was like, okay. Talks about population 327 million. This is as of 2017, I believe. Yeah, 2017, right? 7 billion and inhabitants and all that stuff. Like, so this is interesting, right? Now she had said 100 million, but here's what's the interesting part. Check this out. Forecast. Currency forecast. It says in 2025 or by 2025, 100 million. 100 million people will be left by 2025. Do you realize how this is not a coincidence, family? These things do occur. These things are said to you because they're starting to tell the public now what their real intent is. You see, they caught the leak. That is their real intent. I need to show this to you once more. I'm not lying. Look, listen, 327. This is from this website here. You guys can check it out. In 2017, 227 million. By population, by 2025, they want the population to be about 100 million. And what did we just hear them say?
150 million Americans. So Stephen Trump in private has said that if it was up to Stephen Miller, there would only be 100 million Americans in this country. Just let that sink in. There's actually, right now, about 350 million Americans. So Stephen Miller, if he had it his way, would get rid of 250 million Americans because they don't look exactly like him. Why is anyone voting Republican still? Like, what could you possibly support about this? I mean, okay, just take that on its face for a minute. Where are you going to put 250 million people? Most of them, American citizens born in America. Where does he want to send them to? What Miller wants is the same thing that the mustache guy wanted back in Germany in the 1930s. That's what he wants. Only people with this color skin in this country. That's what he wants. Anyone who's voting for this has problems.
I went to high school with Stephen Miller, and he's always been an evil little dweeb. Our biology teacher refused to give Stephen permission to handle the animals because she said that he was not fit to interact with living things. So she gave him a Tamagotchi for our animal unit, and he literally just sat in the corner all semester and starved it. One time in English class, when we were reading Fahrenheit 451, Stephen began to weep. When the teacher asked why he was moved to tears, Stephen said that the book burning was so beautiful and that he couldn't hold back. He was also just overall a strange guy. Like, he would take those baby carrots, and instead of like eating them normally at lunch, he would suck on them slowly. And he would eat them all day for like hours. The whole school kind of united around how much we disliked Stephen. Like, he tried to invade the Dungeons and Dragons club and take over their game, but they said they didn't want a totalitarian dungeon master. So the football players...
You guys remember Dungeons and Dragons? It's an old game, huh? We're old, buddies. We old, buddies.
Came to physically escort him out of the Dungeons and Dragons game. During AP Psychology, we had a whole unit on socially aberrant behavior, and part of that included taking a psychopath test. Stephen was always very defensive about it. He said, "I'm nothing like this. Don't make me take it." And she said, "I won't make you take the test, Stephen, if you stop lurking." At the end of the day, Stephen really never did himself any favors. So he didn't get invited to a lot of parties. In fact, whenever we had a school party, everyone was invited except Stephen because he was so mean. So he would call the police and then show up at the house where the party was taking place. And then the police would look at him and say, "I see why nobody invited you to this party. We're not going anywhere. Please leave, you rat." So even
So your days are fucking numbered.
Fuck that puto.
the cops hated him. This is satire, but none of this would surprise me because this man is disappearing people. They are evil. Call your legislator, demand justice.
That's still that brother. That's because of him, bro. I'm like, I showed you the videos, man. The videos don't lie. They fucking hate us as much as they hate our brothers in Palestine. In case you showed a blade, rewind it. Like, I've showed that video many times. The way that they treat the Palestinians, they're gonna do that shit over here. That's why I keep telling you, bro. And I don't give a shit if you guys, you know what I mean, disagree with me. Well, that's what it is nowadays, bro. That's where I come from. I'm a Hebrew. That's where I come from. That's where we came from. What you want us to do? Hate our own people? You're out of your mind. And no, Abraham was not from Africa. As a matter of fact, Tehran is in the northern part of Iran. Tehran, without an N, is the father of Abraham. Terah. Hello.
Gonna hurt.
It's time to it's time to stop the bullshit. Anytime anybody of these folios want to even get froggy, you guys are very welcome to jump in. You let me know.
Some big news right now. According to the Wall Street Journal, Donald Trump previously said that if it was up to Stephen Miller, his White House Deputy Chief of Staff, there would only be 100 million people in the United States of America, and they would all look like Miller. Miller is a white guy. In this new explosive...
So once again, I'm going to show you, in case you forget. 2017 census regarding currencies and all that stuff, right? It says the population in 2017 should be 327 million. But they're expecting forecasts in 2025 to be how many? 100 million people. You see that? These videos, when they say leaking things, that's propaganda. That's media letting you know so it can sink in what their plan is. This is their plan, and they're moving forward with it. Go.
Report from the Wall Street Journal. It cites a number of White House colleagues of Miller's who are becoming increasingly alarmed at the legal maneuvers he is taking to conduct mass deportation efforts. And Donald Trump himself, according to the Journal, has even ribbed Miller for being, quote, too happy when deporting undocumented migrants from America. But I want you to read this passage with me. He has the president's complete trust. Trump's complained about everyone, never him. Trump may not complain about Mr. Miller, but he does occasionally poke at his obsession with immigrants, a hostility that goes far beyond...
See this? You see this? I need you to pay attention.
Trump,
listen,
passage with me. He has the president's complete trust. Trump's complained about everyone, never him. Trump may not complain about Mr. Miller, but he does occasionally poke at his obsession with immigrants.
Obsession with immigrants. Let me remind you again. I'm going to play it 100 times if I need to. Wake up.
Que es un criminal sionista, lo digo abiertamente, él apoyó a Trump. y es íntimo de Netanyahu. Entonces, cuando llegó Netanyahu a Dallas, Texas, que había un grupo de judíos o israelíes, no sé cómo se diga ya eso, le decían, oye, ¿por qué persigues tanto a los palestinos? Y les dice, tanto a los palestinos, y les dice, los palestinos son para nosotros los israelíes, lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes, lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes, lo que los mexicanos son para ustedes.
See that? You guys, I have been telling you this shit for several years now, man. At the beginning of 2023, I started noticing our relationship, our closeness to those areas, how we're still connected to certain people in that region. You consider the two sticks, you consider the two prophets that they hate the most in this entire world. They're not killing any other nation like that other than them. And here. No, Canaan, stay out of it. It's not this. Listen, I'm going to show you some books and you're going to get embarrassed. Let's go.
A hostility that goes far beyond Mr. Trump's. In one meeting during the 2024 campaign, Trump said that if it was up to Miller, there would be only 100 million people in this country and they would all look like Miller. This
Hey, this is very interesting, right? My bad. The mute was on. 2017, 327 million people. Their forecast is 2025 of 100 million. Now, 2017, guess what? Donald Trump was already in the picture. Keep that in mind. Okay? You understand what this means now? Now you know why I'm trying to show you and remind you and tell you that you guys are special people. And by the way, Canaan, stay out of it. I'm going to show you a book that's going to destroy your shit. And I have another book that's going to even destroy it even further. I actually ordered it. It's on its way, fam. Because, again, we have to debunk all the funk. In this channel, we debunk all the funk. If you're a Hebrew, prove it. If you ain't, shut up and get out the way.
is the man Trump is putting in responsible for most of the policy in America. Spread the word so more people are aware. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, linked in bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for more.
So Stephen Miller is upset because Trump is having to back off of his terrorist plans to cause chaos and just deport people whether they need to be or not. So there has...
Stop it. Deport Mexicans. Deport people that look like Mexicans, basically. All right? That includes everybody that gets deported. Because they're deporting you because they look Mexican. If you're Guatemalteco, I'm sorry, bro, you look Mexican. Salvadoreño, whoever you are, if they pulled your ass over, because they most likely think you're Mexican. Other than a few sprinkles of other nations, because you know what I'm saying? They're trying to balance the shit. They don't want to make it so obvious. You know what I mean? They publicize those things. They purposely put them on TV, but who are they predominantly fucking arresting? Let's continue.
They're trying to sidestep judges and having ICE show up at immigration hearings. Well, here's how you stop those Gestapo tactics. Judges, hold all your immigration hearings via Skype or some other means where they don't have to show up physically.
Bro, I've been advising people that already. You're on a late train.
In person at all. Don't make the job of ICE any easier. Stephen Miller's a fucking parasite, and anyone who works for him in ICE, parasites. They're what's wrong with America. Having an American Gestapo is the most un-American thing possible. Stephen Miller, hold your breath until a fucking adult asks you to speak again, loser.
Welcome back to the channel. Actually,
you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And again, I'm not kidding when I tell you guys, man. Thank you, brother, once again for sharing this with me. He gave me the link to the actual book, too. But it's, scrolling all the way through. I just got the picture. This is their plan, and they're going to try to execute it. Now they're releasing these things. These leaks are not by coincidence. So let me remind you, brothers and sisters, exactly what I'm talking about, because the Bible talks about certain people that are going to be attacked by certain people from afar, from along, from like who don't speak your language, that you don't know their religion, you don't know nothing about them. Deuteronomy 28:49. This happened to the Israelites. The Lord shall bring a nation against you from far. Last time I checked, Europe and Africa is very fucking far. From the end of the earth, meaning the other side. As swift as the eagle flieth. Well, check this. This is the important part here. Well, I mean, this is also an emphasis too. The eagle who has an eagle and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is America right here. Or North America. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now, a lot of idiots from a lot of BHI camps, they stay just like say that shit, right? But remember this. Verse 64 says this. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto another. And there, this is where it gets interesting. Thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So basically saying that these people that are going to be in this land, you're not going to know them. It's been a long time. You don't know their language. You don't even know their religions now because, people's religions change. Things change. But current event situation is going to be way beyond what your understanding is. Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. Old and young, you're getting deported no matter what. But let's continue.
America. Are we shocked? The crazy part is everybody knew this man was a white Christian nationalist, and you let him in. He's even more far right and more far white than Donald Trump. Trump even recognized his obsession when it came to immigrants. Stephen Miller said if it was up to him, only 100 million people would be in the country. That is only white people. White people only. Yeah, Project 2025 is looking real fucking real now, ain't it? I wonder who's really running the White House now. Because Trump said that he wasn't going to fuck with farms and hotel workers, but he's in that ass now. And I don't think it was him. For once, I didn't even think it was him. For all you non-white people that voted for Trump, how do you feel now?
You know what? This is where it gets annoying because you guys started this shit. Negroes started this 2016 Trump shit. 2018 support Trump. I mean, your fucking Tario, whatever guy, the Afro quote unquote Cuban, he's a fucking Proud Boys leader. He's your people. Y'all want to call him Latino and then say Afro. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. We make sure that you guys are going to be reminding yourselves of who you are. Let's go.
That they're trying to ethnically cleanse.
Again, no empathy. No empathy. It don't matter to me. Kamala, fuck that bitch, man. She would have done the same shit. She would have still continued to be killing the people in Palestine. So I don't give a flying ass what you guys believe in. This is your checkerboard. You are just finding out right now.
Us out of the fucking United States. I mean, it's gonna be real hard to get rid of black folks because, African Americans in particular, because we ain't got nowhere to go but here. But for everybody else, how the fuck do y'all feel now? You ever wonder what happened?
Well, that makes no sense because you're going to have to deal with it. Because I'm about to show you some shit real quick. Let's continue. And this is where I'm going to start ending it because then we get the little sympathy, empathy shit. Like, oh my God, it's us. It's not about you no more. Stop it. You see, here's where it gets all about you. This is where it starts becoming all about you. All of a sudden now it's about you. No, it's not about you. It's not about you. It never was. Now, let me listen, to me, this is so fucking funny. Because guess what? You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You're feeling very American, huh? Pinche paisa mamon way. Family, and like I said, don't trip about our people don't trip about people that may be our people. Just because they have a little tan skin or because they may kind of look like you and shit. Either way, 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Let's continue.
The legal way. Man, when he got his papers, I swear I remember going with him to get his papers. He was holding the little American flag. When he got his papers, bro, I was looking at him and I seen him crying. He was so freaking proud. That crap about seeing somebody burning the flags and all that, man, I swear that man would probably punch them in their face if he seen them doing that. That's what I'm so against it. Not because, I'm so against people. No, because I seen what he went through and how proud he was and how much he busted his butt trying to do it the legal way. And then
Hey, hold on. First of all, let me say this real quick. Job, I think he's misunderstanding what you're saying. Spain and Portugal are an option too. What does that have to do with us indigenous people? I mean, if you're claiming to be Spaniard or Portuguese, then we're not talking to you. We know this has always been an option for people since the beginning of time. They want to be whitey as white can be. What he means is not what you're saying. You're a little suspect on me, Volta. I don't know who you are, man. But let's continue.
For them just to come over here, hop the fence, and then stick their hand out and burn in the American.
That's it. See, there it goes right here. Boom. Got it. Told you, family. I always bring you demons out, bro. I just something I noticed, you know, the way you guys post shit, and you think I forget about the stuff that you posted in the past. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm like an elephant, man. Elephants don't ever forget. We have a fucking deep memory. A deep memory. So, you know what I'm saying? There you go. See, there it goes. You say you're haplo R1. Yeah, and I showed exactly where it's coming from. So what's your point? I can show it again, and it'll tell you exactly where it's coming from. It doesn't put me in Europe, dumbass. And by the way, if you care so much about DNA, have you done your DNA then? Because if you've done your DNA, then I'll give you the link, show me your shit, and then let's see what the fuck you're talking about. Because I know where I'm from. Look, listen, I wasn't even born in this northern area that you guys stole. Okay? Just because I don't have an accent, so to speak, doesn't mean I don't know how to speak Spanish. I'm from Guadalajara, Jalisco. I still know my roots. I still have family there. Okay, so what exactly is indigenous, Volta? So you believe that indigenous people were in the Americas their entire time, and you guys are like mushrooms and shit that just grew out of nowhere? Is that what you believe? Ah, fuck, even worse. What the fuck are you even putting your finger in this bullshit? I'm from Guadalajara, Jalisco. Puto, what the hell you going? What the hell are you talking about? What do you know about me? Man, dude, what is wrong with you fucking people, bro? Go back to your Tanzania shit, man. Nobody invited you here. Like the nerve of you to even wait. Oh, well, listen, if you pay attention to what I've been sharing, it shows that my DNA goes back from current all the way to 245 AD. And then puts my haplo in that region of where we say indigenous people came from. Our indigenous people, meaning Hebrew people. Do you understand that? So us Hebrews migrated here. And I show even through, matter of fact, I've been knowing about this since 2016, 2017, 2018. I just did my DNA like 2 years ago. Okay, that's the icing on the cake. And it actually proves that we migrated from west to east. From west to east. Yeah, you're right. They have something else that branches from R1B, you fuckface. God, the Q. They branch off the Q. That's right. They got the Q, right? Yes, but they branch off the R1. Now, let's put it this way. If you believe in science, because apparently that's what you believe in, so then everybody originated from Africa, man. That's what you're basically going to believe in. That means everybody was originally a monkey, right? No, I don't believe that. The only reason why I even share my DNA is like icing on the cake. That is not where my faith comes from. Here, there you go. Then you go back. Go back where? Go back where? Go back where? See, this is how stupid you people are, bro. I don't even know why you're arguing with me. You're like, you're not indigenous. Fine. You're not even from the Americas. Why the fuck you care? And then you go, you migrated here, then go back. You see, nomás estás aquí para ser pendejo, cabrón. And I'm glad that I called your ass out because, matter of fact, Joe, remember I talked to you about, I don't know if maybe you, bro, or not, but I had mentioned this dude. I was like, I don't know who this Volta Vato is, but, he sounds a little suspect, but I'll let him post some shit. Let's see. Eventually, you guys all fucking come out. Man, I tell you, I have a fucking way to bring you snakes out. All praises to the Most High for that shit. You let me know, bro, if you want to debate. But let me know what you want to debate, because apparently you feel froggy. You posted some shit. I don't even know why the fuck you follow. If you don't believe I'm an indigenous, if you believe I'm from R1B, why are you even listening to this shit? Why the hell even listen to it? You know what I mean? Like, don't you got better things to do? Go listen to your own fucking Tanzania people telling you lies and shit. What does that even mean? You're an immigrant. Because you don't even know what immigrant means, man. You didn't even know when that word was created. Let's continue.
American flag and all that. Nah, man, don't tell me that I'm racist, or don't tell me that.
Wow.
I seen him do it the right way, the legal way, and that's why I'm so against all that crap about burning flags and thinking that we owe you guys.
Right way, the legal way, right? What is the right way and legal way, fam? I met a lot of people that actually try to do the right way and legal way. Like recently, right? We've seen people go to their meetings, to their actual immigration court dates, to make sure that they can, you know what I'm saying, argue their case. I guess these people forgot how the imaginary line made them, certain people and shit. Oh, look, you bad talking you bad talking Africans, I'm doing the same. Oh, no, hey, stick around, because I'm about to smash your shit. Stick around. Hey, listen, that's the second part of the class. I'm glad you're an African, because I'm going to embarrass your ass. Make sure that you tell your people to stop calling themselves something else that they're not. Oh, look, peace to all real indigenous. It's funny. See, here's the problem with you people. You see, for the most part, my brothers and sisters, they're very easygoing. They're very calmados. I'm the last one out of 10, okay? I'm the 6th out of the men. I'm the last one out of 10. 4 women, 6 men. I just happen to be born with this fucking fire. And I've been having this fire since I was little. This is something that my family was like, man, you that's loco way. I've always been fierro. I've always had the spirit. So before you go and assume some shit, listen, not all of us are what you call mencitos way. You see, peace to all my indigenous people. Why? Because you want indigenous gente to be shut the fuck up, right? To not say nothing about you guys. Oh, just nomás aguántate, way. Not all of us are like that. I'm sure it's like the opposite of you guys. Most African people are loud as fuck. And some of you guys are quiet. So you know what I'm saying? It's the opposite. A lot of us are very calmados, and some of us got that fire. 2 sports that I played in my life: soccer, which I was very good at, and boxing, which I was exceptional. So I love to fight. And that's why I don't do that physical shit no more. I'm doing it spiritually for my people. Let's continue. Because guess what? While you're arguing about these particular bullshit stories over here defending your people, like, man, give me a break, bro. You're way over there in Tanzania, fucking Nia and shit. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's like Tanzania. Give me a break. Let's continue.
Advierten colapso económico en los campos de Estados Unidos. Así es, luego de que Donald Trump se...
Before you go and make fun of our people or our food and shit, you got to check yourself, African man, because I know that in Africa, you guys are digging up bones to smoke them, and you eat people, okay? Stop it. Do not embarrass your own kind. This is historical shit. I can look it up. I did a class on this shit because one of your people that you sent over here was talking shit about us, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. You guys currently eat people, you're cannibals, and then you dig up bones to smoke them. You call it some shit. There's something you guys do in Africa. You guys smoke bones. You dig up dead corpses and shit. And you know damn well I'm not lying. Let's go. Before we move on to this topic, hold on. I'm going to read this, yeah. Because, he distracted me and shit. The Tasmanian devil distracted me. 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in thy ears of my people, and the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, like idiots like him. You know what I'm saying? There's like idiots like him. I don't even know why you're here. But hey, you know what? If you feel offended, hey, it's all good, bro. You can continue to feel offended. I'm about to offend you even more with facts. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. See, you don't trouble us, man. You people don't fucking shake our spirit no more. What my job is to strengthen my gente, to make sure that they know exactly what their heritage is, what we stand for, and how long it's been since we've actually known real fucking facts. Because for the most part, our indigenous people, we like to know facts. It's like, I don't want to sit on a lie, okay? I'd rather know the truth and sit on a lie forever. That's something that you guys actually don't mind. And don't come in here with that shit, bro. I'll bring up some history about your people and you're going to even feel more stupid. That speak against thee, like this guy that's here. And again, I don't know why, fam. And Job, we talked about this, bro. I have a way to smoke these snakes, bro. I have a way to smoke them out. I have just a way to smoke them out, man. All praises to the Most High for that. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, destruction. That includes you, because you're a Hamite. You're not a Shemite. So remember that, Volta. You are a Hamitic. And for some reason, you're butthurt about it. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, say the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, meaning like he's also going to put that spirit upon us, calling out everybody that's been bullshitting us, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. The nerve of you. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me. You want to know why? Because while you're over there enjoying Tanzania and shit, my people are getting completely abused by a government and a system that your people created as well as them. You're part of these so-called African Americans, Volta. They're your people, and y'all will pay. And the souls of the just complain continually because guess what? Like I've said it before, I hardly ever pray for myself, fam. I usually just I usually pray for my people, man. Oh, God. Ham is you guys, bro. You're Ham. Mizraim, Cush, Put, Canaan, you guys are all Hamitic. Shut up. Now you don't want to be. Look at this shit. This is funny. Look at this guy. Ham is in Egypt and Samar. Nothing greater. Oh, dear Jesus. Not only are you dumb, therefore say the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all innocent blood from among them. Why am I saying this? Because remember, it said this here. Where is it at? Oh, here goes. Verse 5. Behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the whole world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let's go. Oh, hopefully you speak Spanish, dude.
Era para atrás, donde había hecho el anuncio de que iban a terminar todas las redadas contra los mexicanos, sobre todo ahí en Estados Unidos, en las granjas, en las hotelerías, en los restaurantes, en las fábricas, porque les iba a pegar económicamente. Bueno, como les había comentado, esto fue pues una completamente mentira de Donald Trump para que no hubiese protestas el Día de la Bandera, que justamente también caía el día de su cumpleaños y que hizo un desfile militar por eso.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said that, bro. All praise to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Listen. I don't deny that. I'm glad that you said that, Hamite. I'm so fucking glad you said that. Because you want to know what the Bible says about certain people? Deuteronomy 4:38 says this. Let me remind you, to drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art, to bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance. It is this day. You're right. You guys are strong. You guys are fast. You guys are big. You're right. I don't take that shit from you. I'd rather have wisdom. And I'm going to tell you something. I was very athletic. And when I got in that game, a lot of you couldn't handle my shit, okay? So before you go on and say anything else, be quiet. Yeah, and guess who started speaking Spanish first, you dumbass? Dude, I'm going to embarrass you fucking dumbass Africans, bro. I'm going to embarrass you, bro. You're walking into my fucking setup. You literally are proving my class. Oh, praises to the Most High for that shit, bro.
Esto, y pues para que se bajaran las calmas, ¿no? Que se bajaran las aguas y no hubiese protestas, que se comenzó todo en Los Ángeles por la comunidad mexicana, claramente, porque pues están yendo contra nuestros paisanos, nuestros mexicanos que están allá trabajando humildemente, y como ustedes pudieron ver al principio de este video, pues los andaban persiguiendo hasta en los campos mexicanos, hasta en los campos a nuestros mexicanos que trabajan allá. Y bueno, las autoridades y grupos en Estados Unidos están advirtiendo que esto va a ser un tremendo golpe para Estados Unidos y va a colapsar. Se van a morir de hambre. Se van a morir de hambre. A eso le está apostando Donald Trump y no les estoy exagerando nada. Estas son las notas. Mano de obra en riesgo, redadas migratorias dejan vacíos en campos y obras. Y ahorita vamos a ver a cuánto les puede pegar. También aquí les he mostrado a ustedes un video donde están los empresarios, los dueños de estas granjas en Estados Unidos mismos son gringos que dicen, miren, si ustedes quieren morirse de hambre, si ustedes no quieren tener ninguna fruta o verdura, algo en su mesa para comer, bueno, entonces sigan apoyando esto. Ellos mismos dijeron que votaron por Trump, pero estas medidas claramente son se están pasando de lanza, están siendo muy...
So let me remind you of something. 30% of the actual agricultural production that is supposedly to be exported to other countries, they're not able to do that. So that's why I did this class, because in the last 2-3 days, I was noticing videos coming out saying about the farmers in Mexico are exporting a lot of their product, a lot of it, right? And I was like, wait the hell? But then I started looking at some stuff, and then next, I found some shit. It's going on, fam. That's what I'm telling you. Be ready, or, well, I already said this before. Let's go.
Muy extremas, los están tratando como pues personas realmente malas, que no lo son, pero así.
Hey, Joe, this is very typical. It's funny, man. You guys all act the same no matter where you're at. One thing that you guys always resort to is name calling. And you think that by name calling and shit, you're going to make people feel bad or some shit. You got to come with some more. You got to come with some scholarly shit, man. This is funny, bro. You guys are acting. You guys are like this over there and even here.
Andan los de ICE, así andan los de migración, encapuchados, andan haciendo tácticas diferentes pues para poderlos capturar. Los tratan como criminales, esa es la palabra que andaba buscando. Las recientes redadas migratorias en California y Texas han generado una crisis silenciosa en sectores clave de la economía estadounidense al provocar la ausencia masiva de trabajadores migrantes. Escuchen bien, especialmente mexicanos que temen ser detenidos y ya han sido deportados. Y pues les está pegando a los estados grandísimos donde pues hay claramente muchos mexicanos y que depende mucho esta mano de obra que no la tienen, porque si aumentan los precios, aumentan el pago, estos granjeros para que trabajen.
Hey, Joe, leave him alone, bro. He's just an idiot. Let's go. Just leave him alone, bro. Don't even worry about him.
Gringos, blancos, negros, no lo van a hacer porque no la tienen, porque si aumentan los precios, aumentan el pago, estos granjeros para que trabajen gringos, blancos, negros, no lo van a hacer porque es trabajo pesado. Entonces, estos estados que son muy importantes para Estados Unidos por la economía, pues se va a colapsar. Según el Centro de Estudios Monetarios Latinoamericanos, estos dos estados concentran más del 50% de la fuerza laboral mexicana.
Yeah, you're right. Walter, I don't deny it, bro. That's why the scripture said we're the least among the nations, man. That's why there's not many Israelites that are very great. You talk about David, Solomon, maybe Samson. That's it. That's it, bro. Maybe Jacob. You look at the flesh too much. This is why you're Hamitic. You guys think that shit matters and shit. Let me remind you of something that a simpleton would understand like you, okay? Even from Africa. I think there's some type of IQ over there. All right? I don't think you guys are dumb. I hope not. John 6:63 says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So we're right. We ain't that big. You don't give a fuck, man. You can be Shaq, bro. Be Shaq. Do you understand the scriptures talk about us going into a land where there's a big ass, tall ass people and shit? You understand what the scriptures talk about? You're proving that you guys are Hamitic. You're proving it. You're doing me a favor. You are falling in my trap and you're not seeing it, Volta. I'm playing you like a fucking yo-yo.
Inmigrante en Estados Unidos con más de 3.8 millones de trabajadores en conjunto. Las redadas intensificadas por el gobierno de Donald Trump han afectado industrias como la agricultura, la construcción, los servicios domésticos y la hotelería, donde los migrantes representan entre el 30 y el 70% de la mano de obra. O sea, nadie más hace ese trabajo.
See that there's something going on because there's people not working these lands anymore, right? These are things that are going on. So now let's move forward. You're going to see some real shit here going on. And listen, this is going to affect every single one of you, every single one, including us, if we don't get our shit right. And you guys know what I'm talking about.
Los mexicanos que estaban allá, que sobre todo la mayoría de los que están allá son trabajadores. Les muestro otra nota, porque les digo, aquí yo me baso siempre en notas, no es de que mi opinión. Aquí les damos datos duros. Las redadas de ICE a trabajadores agrícolas amenazan el suministro de alimentos, advierten defensores. La decisión del presidente Trump de apuntar a los trabajadores agrícolas en redadas de migración ha hecho que los defensores hagan sonar la alarma que el suministro de alimentos de Estados Unidos está en riesgo. Y bueno, pues ya vieron que dijo que antes de o después de las de estas redadas que hubo fue cuando Trump dijo, no, miren, como están las protestas, vamos a suspender, pero nuevamente reanudamos todo esto. Dice, aproximadamente la mitad de la mano de obra agrícola contratada que trabaja en explotaciones agrícolas carece de estatus migratorio legal. Y los mismos dueños de las granjas, los mismos gringos, dicen, es que tenemos que contratar a ilegales, a mexicanos sin papeles, porque nadie hace este trabajo pues para no ser deportados mexicanos, sobre todo en estos campos donde van a trabajar, porque ya saben que pues están estas nuevas tácticas de migración. Bueno, pues están yendo bien temprano en la madrugada a trabajar.
Gente, our people are going in there like graveyard shit. Because, you know, like farming doesn't do graveyard. If you worked at a factory, you know what I'm saying? They do graveyard, but farming doesn't. Are people going in there those moments just to get the work done? Because obviously they need to eat and feed their kids too, you know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
En estos, pues en estos trabajos en los campos, en la recolección de fruta y verdura, pues aquí están obviamente cortando el cilantro. Yo nunca había visto cómo lo hacen. Miren, aquí está representado por claramente los mexicanos, y ahí lo están diciendo. Nos venimos.
The actual journey of helping your hair, it is a lot easier than you'd think.
Hims definitely worked.
I didn't expect so much hair to come back.
I went to the Hims website.
Venimos en la madrugada porque aquí no andan los de ICE ni los de migración. Y bueno, dicen, pues oigan, no empiecen a poner más de estos videos porque
Read it, so I'm going to skip. I'm going to move to the next video. Algunas granjas podrían no recuperarse de las redadas de ICE, afirma un agricultor de California. Do you understand what it means? Let me read it again. Algunas granjas podrían no recuperarse de las redadas de ICE, afirma un agricultor de California. Basically saying that there's going to be some farms that are not going to recover from this shit at all. Joe, leave the African man alone, bro. Just leave him alone. He's dumb. He's a kid. He's probably like 28, 29, 30. All emotional and shit. He's mad because I posted some shit on their channels. Now he's only trying to over here think that he can get some game going on. Hey, listen, bro, if you want to hit the link, let me know if you want to hit the link, Bolta. Let me know if you want to hit the link, okay? You're invited. But let's continue, fam, because listen, these are facts. These are facts that are going to affect his ass too. There's nothing that you guys produce. Nothing. Nobody buys from you other than the mineral shit, but they don't buy no agriculture, no cattle, no science, no technology. Shut up, man. Stop it. Just stop it. Why do you guys even want to still be in the picture? It's like it's almost at every moment when you guys are not in the view of supposedly the worst treated people in the world, all of a sudden that bothers you. You try so hard to be the fucking empathy. Nobody cares about that shit no more. We're finding out the real facts, and I'm going to bring some facts. And Volta, I hope you stick around. I hope you have something to say when I bring what I'm going to bring. Once again, 2 Ezra 15:3, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Don't listen to him, bro. He ain't credible. He's weak. He's a dumbass. He says, you talking about Africans, so that's why I'm over here. That's how weak you are. It says, of them that trouble thee, that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Volta, you're going to die, bro, because you're a Hamite, first of all. That's the first. And second, because I already know you probably have, I don't know some. Let's go. Behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction. Y'all think we're fucking around? This is real shit here. Just like, look, this, and this is why it's so weird. You guys are purposely drowning yourselves. You are purposely drowning yourselves, and you don't even know it.
I never thought we'd say we lit the family farm on fire, but here we are.
Trump decided he wasn't going to give us our farm check. That's fine. We're just going to burn the f***ing crops. Let everybody starve.
A field just burned to the ground in Nebraska. A soybean farm still smoldering in Kansas. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a wildfire. It was the farmer who lit the fire himself. Why? Because the harvest couldn't even cover the fuel for the tractor. Because no one's buying. Because letting the crops sit only means losing more. In America in 2025, the very fields that were supposed to feed the nation are being set ablaze acre by acre, as if that's the only way left to stop the bleeding. Farmers aren't counting seeds anymore. They're counting every dollar they might squeeze from crop insurance after another season abandoned. There's no war, no natural disaster. And yet some of the biggest agricultural regions in the US are going under. These are the 10 states where the flames sweeping across farmland are no longer signs of renewal, but a warning that collapse may be much closer than we think. Kansas. In the heart of America, Kansas was once the land of abundance where endless wheat fields stretched to the horizon and the sound of harvesters signaled hope for a better tomorrow. But in 2025, that sound has been replaced by the crackle of fire, the snap of scorched wheat stalks, and the wind whistling across empty farmland. Wheat prices have dropped below $5 a bushel, the lowest in years. For many farmers, harvesting means taking a loss. No one can afford to rent a combine. No one can pay to haul grain to the silo. So they choose the only option left: burn the fields, wipe away every trace of the season. According to the Kansas Department of Agriculture, over 1/5 of this year's wheat acreage has been destroyed, not by pests, not by storms, but because there are no buyers. Farmers are burning crops just to qualify for insurance payouts. It's legal, but it's gut-wrenching. A 58-year-old man in Salina told a local station, "I just don't have it in me anymore to watch the wheat grow, only to die in my hands." Stories like his are no longer rare. Across the central plains of Kansas, farmland is no longer a symbol of life. It's a graveyard for a system collapsing from the roots up. And the ripple effects reach far beyond the fences. A flour mill in Wichita is cutting capacity due to...
Volta, nobody cares about what you think. We don't listen to the 42 laws of Ma'at, none of that bullshit African crap. We don't do none of that stuff. You're in the wrong channel. And the only reason why you're even responding is because Job is wasting his time. Job, I don't know why you're wasting your time, bro. Honestly, man. You're smarter than that. Let this idiot be, bro. Leave him alone. You're basically lowering yourself to his level. Honestly, man, he doesn't even compare to the shit that you know. I don't even know why you're paying attention to him. Let's continue. Just
lack of grain.
Just
a
my
packaging
advice,
company
bro.
in Hutchinson has canceled contracts with 3 local print shops. A rural bank just shut down a branch due to a wave of farm mortgage defaults. The most alarming part, no one is talking about next season anymore. Some families have put their land up for sale. Others have shifted to renting out their machinery. The rest are setting fires, quietly closing the final chapter of their lives as farmers. Kansas isn't dying overnight, but acre by acre, it's disappearing in silence. No alarms, no headlines. And if even the grain belt of America is retreating in flames, what's happening up?
And Job, check it. No offense to you, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because once I'm done with these videos, I'm going to show some heavy duty shit. And I want to see what he says. There you go. Hey, Jeremias, buenos días. Good to have you, dog. Let the dog fucking bark, bro. Hold on a second. Hey. And see, Volta's been posting on this channel for about maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month and shit. And he finally came out.
Fuck that puto. Fuck that puto.
Let the snakes roll, bro.
North, where winter harsher and debt has already pushed farmers beyond their limit. Nebraska. Nebraska has never been the center of national headlines, but it's always been a silent pillar feeding millions with corn, soybeans, and beef. In 2025, that silence remains, but it carries a different tone now, one of exhaustion, helplessness, and the quiet collapse of farms no one knows how to save. Since the beginning of the year, grain co-ops across the state have reported record-high inventories. Farmers can't sell their corn, and they can't afford to hire workers to harvest it. Many have left their fields untouched, but some have done the unthinkable, setting fire to them, not to prepare for a new season, but to cut maintenance costs and qualify for a small crop insurance payout. This is no longer an isolated phenomenon. An internal report from the University of Nebraska revealed that in the first 3 months of this year, the number of acres burned or abandoned has nearly doubled compared to the same period in 2024. Videos posted online show flames ripping through unharvested cornfields as if farmers are erasing the very traces of the work they once believed in. In Grand Island, a farm that won Farm of the Year back in 2019 now sits in ruins. Just a few rusted tractors and a crooked fence remain. The owner lost 2 straight corn seasons buried in bank debt and is now trying to sell the...
Let me remind him and shit. Let me remind him about what's going to happen to Africa. 2 Ezra 16:1 will be to thee, Babylon, all you bastards, and Asia will be to thee, Egypt and Syria. That's Africa too. Remember, Hebrew is no, it's not. See, that's how stupid you are. So let me remind you, okay? Because see, this is what I'm talking about. You're dumb. You don't know our book. So shut the fuck up. You don't know our book. Let me remind you how you nasty bastards went into that land that you was not supposed to belong to. So first of all, I'm going to read to you why the Most High allowed you to be there. And then I'm going to show you how this became a so-called Canaanite land, okay? Because apparently you don't read. Matter of fact, you know what? No, let me not do that. I'll show you the verse first. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. I think it's time that I fucking put you Hamites in check. Because I don't even know why you're here, to be honest with you. But hey, you know what? You want to be here? That's fine. It's fine with me. This is Jubilees chapter 10, verse 28. And it reads, And Ham and his sons went into the land which he was to occupy, which he acquired as his portion in the land of the south. So, in case you don't know, if you believe in science, and you're not going to believe this, but if you believe in a Bible, or if you read it, or if you claim that it's yours, then you should know that everything started in the Middle East, right? North of Ur, the Chaldees, or that region right there. Everybody spread after that, after Fade Lake. So now, Hamitic people had to go to their land, where you come from. And Canaan saw the land. Look, listen. And Ham and his sons went into the land which he was to occupy, which he acquired as his portion in the land of the south. And Canaan, West Africans, saw that the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt, that it was very good. And he went not into the land of his inheritance to the west, that is, to the sea, meaning West Africa.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
So Canaan, your brother, should have left to West Africa. But his fuckface said, no, I envy this land. I want this land. Because that's what you guys are, very envious people. Like, it's like, kind of like a Edomite trade and shit. It says, and he dwelt not in the land of Lebanon, eastward and westward from the borders of Jordan and from the borders of the sea. And Ham is king, right?
That's right.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Remember, Ham is king, right? And Ham, his father, and Cush, that means like, the Cushites, Ethiopians, and Mizraim, that's Egypt, you know what I'm saying? His brother said to him, you have settled in a land which is not yours, and which did not fall to us by lot. Do not do so, for if you do so, you and your sons will fall in the land and be cursed through sedition. For by sedition you have settled, and by sedition will your children fall, and you shall be rooted forever. Then he says, dwell not in the dwellings of Shem, for Shem and his sons did it come by their lot. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, she goes, Mideast acknowledges no existence of Meshiacha, you dumb ass. Okay. So I'll tell you what, you know what, man, since you feel like you think you're really brave, right? Let's go. Come on. Let's go, bro. Let's see how fucking knowledgeable you are in the Bible. Because I don't understand your point, but I think that you're not technically who you say you are. I think I know who you are, to be honest with you. And you're just showing hate right now. It's very unfortunate, man. Because I have an idea of who you are. There's a link right there. Show me how many balls you got. Hamite. Since you guys say we're so short in depth, right? Well, then let's see how big balls you are, Mr. Hamite. Dwell not in the dwellings of Shem, for to Shem and to his sons did it come by their lot. Cursed are you, and cursed shall you be beyond all the sons of Noah, by the curse by which we bound ourselves by an oath in the presence of Kodesh judge and in the presence of Noah our father. But he did not listen to them, and dwelt in the land of Lebanon from Hamath to enter into Egypt, and he and his sons to this day. For this reason, that land is called Canaan. Before you go and say some stupid shit, everybody spoke Hebrew before. Everybody. That was the original language. Dumbass. The link is there. You let me know when you feel froggy. Okay? You let me know when you feel froggy. So now, Canaan is there in the land, right? We understand now. Fucking thieves, envy bastards and shit to this very day. They even try to say that we're not even indigenous to this land. That's how far behind you are. Wisdom of Solomon 21. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore, chastise them little by little that offend, and warn them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. This is Canaan right here. So Canaan was allowed to be in that land. It's like, okay, do you feel worthy? Sounds good. For it was thy will to destroy by the hand of our fathers, the Shemites, both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, that's after Exodus, whom thou hated for doing the most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices. This is after when Joshua went in and started whipping your asses and shit. And also these merciless murders of children. This is Hamitic people like you, Volta. This is who you guys are. And devourers of men's flesh and the feast of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew and the parents that kill with their own hands, souls destitute for help. And guess what? We have books about you guys that you guys would sell your own people, your wife and your kids for fucking salt, bro. Seriously. That the land which thou esteemeth above all others might receive a worthy colony of God's children. Nevertheless, even those thou spared as men, and didst send wasp forerunners in thine host to destroy them by little. You see this? Little by little. Not that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle. You see what I'm saying? He knew you guys were ungodly. But he's like, let me see if I can help them. Or to destroy them at once with a cruel beast or with one rough word. But executing thy judgment upon them by little and little, thou gavest them a place of repentance. Y'all had the chance too. Not being ignorant that they were all naughty generation. They were all a naughty generation. Y'all are just wicked ass people. That their malice was bred in them, and that their congregation would never be changed. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning. Canaan. Neither did thou for fear of any man give them pardon for those things wherein they sin. So yeah, that's why the land was called Canaan. Because you guys shouldn't be there. British geographical term, British preset terms. If you're indigenous, you should know. Hey, listen. If you got balls and you're representing your African people, your whole entire continent, hit the fucking link and see what you know. If not, shut up, man. A lot of people like you show up to this channel and end up running like fucking. I don't know. I don't even know why you guys are here, bro. Honestly, this message isn't for you. Your butt hurt because what? Because I went to your fucking African channel and shit and said some shit. Let's go.
Land for less than what he put into it. When asked why he didn't hold out for one
family, you want to know something? This guy's not from Africa. Like, not legitimately. This dude is did Fopi send you?
one more harvest, he simply said, I can't let my son grow up surrounded by the rubble of my hope. Behind every scorched field is a ripple of
Here we have 2 plates of fries, one made by a real person and one made by Flippy, our AI-powered fry station
effect. A feed mill in Kearney has cut its workforce by 20%. A corn drying and storage company in Columbus has shut down operations entirely due to lack of supply. In small towns, people are beginning to see it clearly. When the land stops producing, everything else starts to rot with it. No one ever imagined Nebraska would become a symbol of the downfall of American agriculture. But this land, once considered the most stable, is now proving a harsh truth. When supply chains stall and buyers disappear, even the strongest ground can turn to ash. And now as Nebraska's cornfields fall silent, another land harsher, drier, once proud of its cattle and crops, is entering a far more brutal fight. Texas. If Nebraska is collapsing in silence, then Texas is collapsing from sheer exhaustion. Once a proud land of cornfields, hay bales, and the largest cattle industry in the country, Texas now finds itself caught in a brutal spiral, erratic rains, sudden floods, soaring input costs, and worst of all, a farm market that simply isn't responding. Across South and West Texas, ranchers have been forced to burn off pastures once used to feed their cattle just to avoid the rising costs of upkeep. With every acre that goes without water, farmers face a cruel dilemma: pay to save the grass or burn it to save the ranch. In the Rio Grande Valley, once hailed as the watermelon and citrus capital of Texas, entire rows of trees now stand blackened and brittle from drought. Irrigation systems have failed under the pressure. In some counties, water deliveries were slashed by 45% throughout March and April, making it impossible for growers to sustain their crops. The outcome: many resorted to the fastest, most desperate solution: clear it all with fire.
You know what's weak? The fact that you've been posting, you're still posting, and I give you the link and you don't fucking hit the link. That's what's weak. The nerve of you to say that. You're a kid, bro. You're probably around 28, 29, maybe 22, 24. I think you're a young kid. I can tell now. You're around, man, I'm probably giving you too much age and shit. You're probably like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Somewhere in that five-year range and shit. I can tell by the way you type and communicate. It's pretty crazy and shit. Hey, good to have you here, bro. Well, yeah, I don't know, bro. There was about 18 people watching it for study and shit, and then they kind of just popped out. What up, Chris? What up, dog? Yeah, look. Ami 1B, you got way haplo. Okay. Matter of fact, after this, I'm gonna show you this. Let me finish the whole, class, because I want to see if he can say what he's gonna say once I show what he's gonna see. Because a lot of you Canaanites always run when I show facts. It like really bothers you. You're in the right channel, man. If you like to get your spirit shook, you're in the right channel, bro.
Meanwhile, cattle ranchers are suffering a double blow: no grass to feed the herd and no demand to sell the meat. Processing plants have cut capacity as market prices tank. More than 9,000 head of cattle were sold off in just 3 counties in West Texas, according to the state's Department of Agricultural Resources. A rancher in Amarillo told a local paper, "I'm not burning because I want to. I'm burning because I can't stand watching this land die quietly." Then he got on his tractor and drove out to the field, just like so many others choosing to set free the only asset they've spent their lives building. Now the pain is rippling beyond the fields. Workers in packaging plants, cold storage facilities, and transportation hubs are starting to feel the squeeze. A produce logistics company in Lubbock cut 40% of its delivery routes due to lack of supply. A livestock feed plant in El Paso temporarily shut down after orders dropped by more than half. Texas doesn't know how to surrender, but in a land once defined by sun grit and red soil, symbols of endurance, what remains now are darkened plains, scorched grass, lifeless trees, and people who no
A couple more minutes and that's it.
longer have anything left to hold on to. But while Texas farmers are burning their way through despair farther west, another region once fueled by rich soil and high-value exports is now facing a very different kind of shock. California. California has long been known as America's golden fruit basket, producing over 13% of the nation's total agricultural value. But in 2025, a different reality is taking root. Almond orchards, vineyards, citrus groves are being left behind. Not because farmers have forgotten how to grow, but because they no longer have a reason to keep going. The cost of irrigation has surged by over 40% compared to last year, according to data from the California Farm Bureau. Amid an unrelenting drought across the Central Valley, many growers are forced into an impossible choice: pour money into keeping the crops alive or tear them out and cut their losses. For many, the answer is clear. And to save time and money, they burn it all. In Fresno and Kern County, California's almond capital's hundreds of acres of mature orchards have been chopped down, piled up, and set ablaze. No ceremony, no press release, just pale columns of smoke rising under the midday sun from what once
Understand what that means? Like, I let it run for a little bit, family, and it just keeps going and going and going, and it keeps talking about more farms being decimated. More farms being decimated.
Here's a personalized plan of 7
community that wants to find Iowa is starting to fracture. Co-op meetings are nearly empty, for sale signs line the highways. People don't talk about the harvest anymore. They talk about when they'll walk away from the land. Iowa hasn't gone up in flames like the western states, but the cold taking root in the hearts of its farmers may be even more dangerous.
Notice that the majority of those lands were like on that other side of town, right? The other side of town. So now let's listen to this real quick. We'll keep going, bro. Hey, let him be, bro. Let's see what he has to say with the stuff that I'm going to share, because that's part of the second section. I'll probably go a little bit extra and then that's it.
Hace muchos años, varios gobiernos, que en México está prohibida la producción en el territorio nacional de maíz transgénico. ¿Por qué se prohíbe la producción de maíz transgénico en México? Por 2 razones. Una es de carácter científico. Un maíz transgénico es un maíz en el cual se toma un gen que no es de maíz, sino de otro organismo vivo, típicamente una bacteria. Se le saca un gen a esa bacteria y se mete dentro del maíz. Una vez que está dentro de ese maíz, ese gen en el polen del maíz, con el viento, puede llegar a nuestros maíces criollos. ¿Y qué tiene que ver eso? ¿Por qué eso es importante? Porque nuestros maíces criollos, Guillermo, son la mayor reserva, no de México, del planeta, de diversidad genética del maíz. Y el maíz es uno de los 3 cereales de los cuales depende la alimentación del mundo: maíz, trigo y arroz.
Why Mexico did what they did? Because whatever that company was, they wanted to make fake corn for everybody. And if they were about to let that seed pollinize in somewhere else, it would have destroyed all the original organic corn that only Mexico has. Nowhere else in the world. Not in Africa, not in the Middle East, not in Europe, not in, North Asia. None of those areas. Only here. Which is why this is important. I'm only going to show this for a little bit and that's it. And then we're going to move on to the book.
Cost at the grocery store. How much do you think I just had to pay for this box of giant-sized Cheerios?
General Mills is shutting down U.S. operations and a massive shortage is looming. While people scramble to stock up, experts warn that the real threat is economic collapse.
It's certainly going to be a negative impact on our employment situation.
Just how serious is the situation? And did CEO Jeff Harmening really flee the country when the news broke? The silent collapse. The biggest name in breakfast is gone. There was no press conference, no formal statement from the board, no blinking red banner on CNBC, just a quiet filing, a document buried deep in an SEC upload. But what it said sent shockwaves through every sector of the U.S. food industry. General Mills has officially begun shutting down all of its United States operations. Let that sink in. This isn't some regional branch or small offshoot brand. This is the same General Mills that feeds 9 out of 10 American households. Gone from the U.S., and with it, nearly 30,000 domestic jobs, dozens of factories, billions in supply chain contracts. It's the kind of move that sends ripple effects through the very structure of the American food economy. Because when a $40 billion titan like General Mills unplugs from its home base, we're not just talking about cereal. And here's what makes it even more terrifying. This wasn't a collapse. It was an orchestrated withdrawal. They knew it was coming. They planned it, and they did everything they could to hide it. The first public signs of something strange began to surface in the final days of May. TikTok started going viral of empty cereal aisles at Target, Costco, and Safeway locations in places like Des Moines, Wichita, and Flagstaff.
You've been to the store recently and you noticed that some of the shelves were a little bit more empty than usual. You're not alone. General Mills says it's struggling.
Local Facebook groups lit up with panicked threads containing messages like, "Why is my Walmart out of Cheerios for the second week in a row? Just went to grab Nature Valley bars. Shelf was empty. Talked to the manager, and she said the warehouse hasn't delivered anything General Mills for 2 weeks. Most brushed it off as supply chain issues, a warehouse hiccup, maybe even weather related. But then
say something, that's so important that our gente, we don't grow up with that cereal bullshit, bro. If you're growing up like us, you got tortillas for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? You get tortillas for breakfast, dog. That's why you guys always we always made fun of us when we would take food to like work or to school and shit, and you're like eating your little cereal box like apple cereal shit and da-da-da-da, and now you ain't gonna have shit. You know what I'm saying?
something strange happened. Supermarkets started putting purchase limits on General Mills products, 2 boxes of cereal per customer, 1 family-size item per visit, something we hadn't seen since the panic buying of early 2020. News outlets didn't catch on at first, but Reddit did. In a now-deleted post on our Wall Street Bets, a user claiming to be a former General Mills logistics contractor posted a blurry screenshot of an internal memo. The subject line, US, Division Wind Down Phase 2, Plant Protocols. The post got removed. The account vanished, but the leak had already gone viral. To understand how shocking this is, you have to understand what General Mills represented. This was a company that survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and the 2008 recession. It was born in Minneapolis in 1866 and grew into one of the most iconic food conglomerates in the world. Its brands are engraved into the American psyche, like childhood memories baked into warm cookies. This wasn't just a brand, it was a cornerstone of American consumer.
This is why they named what I named. Class. Reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You stole this land. It don't belong to you. And now you're going to suffer the consequences. I don't wish that upon anybody, but I do believe that revenge is needed. So, now that we're here, let's see what this Hamite has to say about what we're going to show here. This is the book that I had showed you guys partially the other day. It's called Black Society in Spanish Florida. You know, you got idiots like him trying to call us Spaniards and shit, right? So let's understand exactly what their history is, because I'm so sick and tired of hearing FBAs or idiot vultures like him or BHIs like, we went through some shit, or I need my reparations. You white people enslaved us. Shut up. That history is debunked. That shit never happened. Not the way you taught it, and we're going to read it here. Because you guys really don't realize that other people, other countries do read about your shit. Y'all are bugged out, bro. But let's learn. Let's see what you got to say about this, Volta. Presidents for African Caribbean Society in Florida. It says, the pattern of African society in Spanish America, including enslavement, manumission, miscegenation, which is probably what you are. You and your mama, you're a white dude, bro. No more EBT budget. It went to ICE. Yeah, I'm glad. Hey, it's all good, bro. Listen, it's all good. Remember, listen, this is why the class is called You Reap What You Sow. Earlier, he said something like, don't wish bad upon people. But yet he just fucking said the opposite. He's like, he's putting money for people to suffer. Like, you see how it is? You see how stupid these Hamites are? You see what I'm saying, family? Like, literally, he said it earlier. Don't wish bad on people. But now he's like, well, I put money on it. Dude, you're a dumbass. You're sad. You're a sad case, kid. Let's continue. Now, it says here, I'll beat again. The pattern of African society in Spanish Americas, including enslavement, manumission, miscegenation, congregation, limited political autonomy, and religious incorporation, all had their institutional and customary origins in medieval Castile, but underwent modification in the Caribbean. Africans entered in Spain with the Muslims. Listen to this. Africans, North Africans, Central too, maybe South, but North Africans predominantly and Central. Canaanites and all that shit. Put, Kush, and all them motherfuckers right there. All them nasty bastards. Okay, they entered in with Spain. Africans entered Spain with the Muslims from 711 to 1492. Okay, and began to be noticeable presence in the population of southern Spain from at least the 13th century. Now, let's pause for a second. These are the same Hamites, right? Same Edomites that want to claim this Deuteronomy 28. And they're like, oh, a nation from afar, from the end of the earth. Bro, listen, that never happened to you. And guess what? This never happened to you. Because if you knew the white man, you knew damn well that they taught Christianity. But you've been dealing with them for some time. And this is even more interesting right here, bro. This is where it gets even more better. Deuteronomy 28:36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee. If you guys are Hebrews, when did that happen? Unto a nation which neither thou nor thy father have known, and there thou shalt serve other gods. Here we see that you knew each other. Black, white, African, Europeans, y'all been fucking with each other for a while. You can't tell if you're white or if you're black, bro. I mean, you may look black, but your daddy, look at Bob Marley. His daddy's white. That tells you. Africans entered Spain with Muslims in 711 AD through 1492 and began to be noticeable presence in the population of southern Spain from at least the 13th century onward. During this time, Christian kings such as Ferdinand, king of the three religions, and his son, Alfonso X, I guess, the Learned of Castile, ruled over multicultural and polyglot kingdoms comprised of Christian, Muslims, and Jewish subjects. These monarchs promoted royal schools of translation and intellectual exchange, developed legal and social traditions, and accommodated differences. So you had a relationship. Okay. Well, let's continue. How deep is this rabbit hole? Castilian law considered slavery an unnatural condition and therefore provided many avenues out of bondage. The Siete Partidas established mechanisms by which a slave might escape an abusive owner or earn freedom from meritorious service to the state. The medieval idea of owners or earned freedom from, the medieval idea of charity towards miserable classes also led Spanish owners, to manumit favored slaves often in their wills. So basically, what I'm saying is, you negros that claim that supposedly like anybody that's light skinned is a conquistador, fuck no. You negros are conquistadors. Yeah, the real fucking negro colonizers. We had white colonizers, we have negro colonizers, and this is what we teach in this in this channel right here. And this is why Volta's upset. Because he's hiding, he's trying to act like he's African, but I know damn well he feels like he's Hebrew. That's why he's here. Furthermore, Castilian law and custom permitted slaves to hold and transfer property, and with their peculium or private property, they could purchase their freedom or that of relatives or friends. See this? Just as slaves in Spain were not African, listen, just as all slaves in Spain were not African, do you know what that means? Just as all slaves in Spain were not African, not all Africans were slaves. Oh, shit. FBA, listen, I'll invite you over too, bro. BHI, GMS, ISUPK, General Yohana, you've been on my channel before. You came over here and tried to tell me that this is the truth. We got the truth. Well, then tell your fucking Captain Tazariak. See if he wants to talk about it. Fopi, come on, man. The negro with the white dude with a tan, the leader and shit. What's his name? Kona? Come on, bro. I'm sure you're not scared of me. Come on, I can't be that difficult to deal with. I'm not that complicated, man. It says here, let me go up. Just as slaves in Spain were not African, were not all Africans, not all Africans were slaves. That means they had white slaves. Some Africans entered Spain as free persons on trade and diplomatic missions. You fucking negros always call us fucking conquistadors, Spaniards. You motherfuckers are the Spaniards. Hey, look. Hey, Chris, I'm a little drunk. Chill. Why? Oh, my dear Jesus. Hey, do me a favor. Block him, bro. Just take him off. Take him off. He's a fucking dumbass, drunk, Hamite and shit. That's the worst. Many others arrived as slaves via the trans-Saharan trade, or later via transatlantic trade, but became free. Transatlantic trade it wasn't. Y'all were indentured servants, negros. You guys were indentured servants. You were not perpetual fucking servants, bro. By the 15th and 16th century, free and enslaved Africans, like Volta, formed sizable populations in southern cities such as Seville, where they worked as stevedores, or in the city public granary, slaughterhouse, gardens, and soap factories. You see what I'm saying, family? These negros they're not Hebrews. This book here debunks all their fucking Deuteronomy 28 bullshit. Completely. They transported goods and people throughout the city and performed many other menial but essential services. So you helped the white man the entire time. So I've never lied. I've never lied about this. I called you guys out for a long time. Although excluded from Spanish guilds, Africans worked as artisans and petty merchants in commercial districts as domestic servants in Spanish households. Wow. One scholar compared early modern Seville to a chessboard. Whoa, shit. Oh, damn. My brother, all will be revealed, bro. I'm glad you fucking heard this tonight because, you and I have talked about this. One scholar compared early modern Seville to a chessboard with equal numbers of black and white pieces. How long have we been saying that now, brother? How long have we been saying that now, bro? One scholar compared early modern Seville to a chessboard with equal numbers of black and white pieces. We've been talking about this society, Freemasonry, that whole Kabbalah bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Prince Hall, Masonry, all that stuff, white and black, that chessboard. We've been saying about it. We've been talking about it, white and black chessboard. Here we see now that they're like, yeah, you're right. It's just a hint. That's why they give us a number reference to 10. It's a book. You know damn well I'm going to look for it. In the multiracial and multi-ethnic city, miscegenation, oh shit, just like here. Just like here. You see, you guys been mixing with each other for a long time, man. And you want FBA to fucking ask for reparations. Fuck no, bro. This is facts right here. I think that for whatever reason, you guys totally forgot that the 13 colonies started in 1776 and then started adding other states after. That's not that long ago. And for some reason, prior to those years, you guys just fucking think I don't know, you were blind or thoughtless or what the fuck? All of a sudden, you forgot about this stuff. Many enslaved Africans lived independently from their owners, and much are Moriscos, subject Muslims. You know why I get so happy when I fucking read that shit? Do you want to know why I get so happy when I read that shit? Because that means that I have not lied about the stuff that I've been showing you guys, man. We have a book here called, remember, let's read this again. Okay, let me just say this. Many enslaved Africans lived independently from their owners, and much are Morisco, subject Muslims, conversos, converted Jews. Remember this book? Remember this book, fam? I'm going to show you real quick, because I showed this shit to you guys. Jews and Muslims of British colonial America. So these Muslims, more morenos, moriscos, negros, como estos cabrones, güey. Estos pinches mentirosos, güey. This is why I do what I do. I don't like being lied to, bro. Let's see what you got to say about this. Hamite L.A. Volta. Don't stay too quiet now. And gypsies did. They and the free Africans of Seville congregated together in ethnic enclaves such as San Bernardo, San Roque, and San Ildefonso. While many African vecinos, meaning, we know them now as neighbors, registered citizens of the lower class live decent lives. Their less fortunate fellows blended into poor working and unemployed underclass known as the gente del mal vivir, becoming beggars, thieves, day laborers, street vendors, potters, prostitutes, and boatmen. And by the way, they sent a lot of those fuck faces over here, in case you don't know. In an attempt to better regulate the city, officials began to appoint free blacks as mayorales, stewards, for the black barrios. Holy shit. Wait, hold up. BHI, dude, you got a lot to answer now. You guys say you never knew these people. You said, I never knew them. We never dealt with them. You know what I'm saying? They enslaved us and shit. We were enslaved since 6910. We always had it bad. Nah, bro, you guys had it good. You guys had it good. And you had Spanish last names. You got Spanish last names. In an attempt to better regulate the city, officials began to appoint free blacks as stewards for the black barrios. The black mayorales arbitrated, dispute, and defend their charges in court, even against their masters. As Seville black population grew even more numerous, Isabella and Ferdinand named a royal servant Juan de Valladolid, a noble lineage among blacks. What the fuck? I thought you guys never knew these people, bro. I thought you guys were always enslaved. Hey, Nate the Snake from IUIC, ISUPK, GMS, Sakari, Fopi. Fuck, one of you guys. I know you're listening to my shit. I know you listen to it in secret. You guys subscribe to my channel. Explain yourselves now. We can go to Deuteronomy 28 to explain it. Please tell me in Deuteronomy 28, because in Deuteronomy 28, it actually says that you should not know these people. Deuteronomy 28:36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy kings which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there thou shalt serve other gods. You knew these fuckfaces. Y'all knew each other. What are you talking about? In an attempt to better regulate the city, officials began to appoint free blacks for the black barrios. At Seville, they even give you a noble lineage among blacks to regulate the city, African communities, and serve as its chief and judge. The taste of being fucking right, it feels so good. Africans also developed their own religious and social institutions in Spain. Oh, shit. What are we talking about now? Africans also developed their own religious and social institutions in Spain. So before you, Nate the Snake Roberts, Nate the Snake, the leader of IUIC, and all your stupid followers and shit, and Chris, the so-called captain from San Diego, or whatever Hebrew gorilla, the pegger, and his other fucking his friend that enjoys that shit too, or ISUPK that claims that the truth is with them, or GMS that supposedly, you guys don't teach that people used to look black originally. No, fuck no, bro. You guys are all duped. You're all fake. You guys are all liars. They enjoyed both the sacraments. Listen to this. The Catholic Church worked to promote conversions in the rapidly expanding black barrios of southern Spain. Now you know why when I read the book that says Maya conquistadors that had black padres supposedly teaching us the Bible, they weren't teaching us shit. I'm not wrong. And once Africans accepted the true faith, they enjoyed both the sacraments and advocacy of the church. Wait a minute, hold on a second. This is prior to 1492, Nate. BHI, FOPI, bro, come on, bro. How come you guys don't step up? Step up to the game and defend your shit. The African incorporation into the Catholic faith was further advanced in the 14th century. Church officials approved the earliest documented religious confraternity or confradia for African living in San Bernardo parish of Seville. This legally constituted and recognized corporations administered to the Hospital of Our Lady of the Angels and provided medical care for its members. I didn't even get treated like shit. As Seville's black population grew more numerous, the church established a second black parish at San Roque. What the fuck? You guys always claim that you had it so bad. Listen, there was 7 people, 21 people watching. And as soon as I started reading this shit, a lot of them skedaddled. You want to know why? Because I know I got a lot of haters watching me. But the fact is that you cannot debunk what I show, which is why you leave. Which is why a lot of you don't want to say shit now. Which is why a lot of you so-called indigenous people that are in this 12-type chart, now you don't know what the fuck to do you? Because you gave your daughters to these fuck faces, or you gave your sons to these bitches. Y'all are dumb, bro. You should have done your homework. San Roque also had its own confraternity, and the member built a church and chapel in the lots they purchased. Gatherings of the confraternity members, Freemasonry, which featured African singing and dancing, became known in Spain as cabildos. And this terminology also crossed the Americas, where its supplement confradias. Shit, they didn't continue. Spain's African Brotherhoods. Oh shit, Spain's African Brotherhoods provided fraternal identity for their members and critical social services for the communities in Seville, Cadiz, Jerez, Valencia, El Puerto de Santa Maria, and Barcelona. So who are the original Spaniards? You fucking Morenos come to my channel and try to call us Spaniards and Iberians, and look at this shit right here. You are the first ones. But you see, and I know you're watching me, but you got nothing to say now, do you? Not at all. You enjoyed when I talk shit about the white man, but when I bring facts about you, then what happens? We're not respecters of people in this channel, bro. We bring out facts the way things are. So far, we see that you don't apply to the Bible. The Bible doesn't apply to you. You don't fit none of this stuff at all. My bad. Hold on a second. At all. Statutes for Barcelona Confradia Nigrorum Libertate Daturum Sivatus, whatever that is, date 1455. You see this? This is prior to 1492, fam. And outlined the organization's missions to attend the funerals of its members, provide food, alms, and medicine for the needy, and participate in religious observances such as Corpus Christi, Texas. And in 1472, 40 Africans in Valencia established the Confradia de Santiago Apóstol de Negros Libertos, specifying that they would annually elect 4 magistrates and a syndic to govern and represent their membership. They also petitioned for their own banner to display on the Brotherhood windows in a civic and religious possession such as Semana Santa, Holy Week, and Corpus Christi. More than a century later, Valencia's Black Cofradia was still in existence and proudly displayed its standard in a parade welcomed King Philip II to the city. To such civic and religious activity, some Africans created an accepted public sphere for themselves. Wow. Given their number and roles in Spanish port cities like Seville and their generally depressed economic condition, it is not surprising that both free and enslaved Africans hoped to improve their lots by crossing the Atlantic on the earliest voyages of exploration and conquest. With the Europeans, they formed a specialized and limited pool of human resources circulating throughout the Caribbean, and together Africans and Europeans faced extraordinary challenges. Together, check this out. Now I know why Nate said what he said. Now I know why he said what he said. It's an old video, but I never forgot about it. Check it.
They forced us to convert to Christianity.
It's an old video from 2022. And I just never forgot about it. Because I was like, why did he say what he said? He's going to say it around this time, right? But I want to show you the video. Because again, we're seeing real facts, real material, real fucking history as to who they are. This ain't hate talk. This is me trying to teach my people who we are and who you are. We're not the same. You best believe it. Let's continue.
They forced us to convert to Christianity, this new form of Christianity, wherein they were God, they were Christ. Okay, the angels were white, and that the Jews who had converted, the white men who had converted to being a Jew, they also had to, they were on top of us. This white man that we had used from the Caucasus Mountains to help us in our military, they also turned against us. Never trust your enemies, brothers and sisters. We said, these are our allies. And the very same allies turned against us. So again.
See? You see this? With the Europeans, they formed a specialized and limited pool of human resources circulating throughout the Caribbean, and together Africans and Europeans faced extraordinary challenges. Now I know why they said what they said. Now I know why they said what they said. Look at this right here. This is a Moreno, right? 13th century Spanish Christian baptizing a black man. What the fuck? But you said, Deuteronomy 36, 28, 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy kings which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. Verse 64. Remind ourselves what the Bible is saying. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. This is what they focus on. From one end of the earth even to another. They say that shit, but they ignore this part. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Wood and stone. What are you talking about? This is prior to 1492. You knew Christianity, Africans. BHI. You knew Christianity. GMS. ISUPK. Sakari. IUIC. FOPI. You knew Christianity, Negro. What the fuck are you talking about? What is this great fucking knowledge that you guys have? Yes, you've been lying to us for a long fucking time. Africans in the area of exploration. The career of one West African is illustrated of the African experience in the area of exploration. Juan Garrido, remember his name, arrived in Seville via Lisbon around 1496 and sometime later signed on for a voyage to Hispaniola. In the New World, Garrido encountered other free blacks such as Juan Gonzalez, Ponce de León. This is why I've been waiting so long to show you this book. And I took my time. Because Ponce de León was a fucking negro, bro. A straight negro. Ponce de León wasn't white. Ponce de León was a negro. The two African adventurers no doubt took part in... Oh, shit. My bad. I fucking lost it. Hold on. The two African adventurers no doubt took part in the pacification campaigns against the native population who were in revolt. You see this? They may also have faced other Africans in these battles, for Governor Nicolas de Ovanda complained in 1503 that some of the island's first African slaves had already run away. Thereafter to be known as cimarrones, maroons, Moors. You see what I'm saying? So then when others came like in 1600, they're like, we see negros. Oh my God, this must have been inhabited by morenos. You Fopi dumbasses, bro. You guys are like, you should just like continue to suck on your pacifier because you don't know shit. They may also have faced other Africans in the battle, blah, 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 blah. Let me see. And they that have found refuge in the Indian rebels. The alliance of rebellious Indians and fugitive slaves hunted the Spaniards, who were still in tiny minority in... Listen, the alliance of rebellious Indians and fugitive slaves hunted the Spaniards, who were still a tiny minority in the Hispaniola and only tenaciously held power. Despite these fears, however, Spaniards came to regard Africans as slaves as indispensable to successful colonization of the Americas. You hear that? Despite these fears, however, Spaniards came to regard Africans, so-called African Americans, so-called Central Africans, so-called South Africans, South American, whatever Africans. If you believe you're an African and you've been here a long time, then you're going to pay. African slaves as indispensable to successful colonization of the Americas. Warfare, disease, smallpox, and overwork quickly decimated Indian population on Hispaniola. And because Spaniards, you see, family, who are the real Spaniards? When they tell you that you're a Spaniard, tell the negro that he's full of shit and show him this book. Because Spaniards had already benefited from the labor of Africans at home and on their Atlantic island plantation, meaning like Africans were already dealing with y'all since the beginning of time, man. I have a book that's going to go back into Rome, proving that this is not your book. You ain't Hebrews. Proving it even further than. You've known their religion. You've known the white man. You've been fucking with them. You guys are the same, one and the same. Canaan, Edom, bro. You guys love each other. That's why Canaan went to Canaan. That's why Edom went to Canaan right away. You love the white man love you. Herbert Klein and others argued that the Atlantic plantation economies fundamentally altered Spanish slavery, stripping the slaves of many medieval peninsular protections. As early as 1505, the crown sent Guinea-born slave purchased to Lisbon to work in Hispaniola copper mines, and 5 years later, King Ferdinand authorized the shipment of several hundred Christians and Spanish-speaking African slaves, or Ladinos. That's where the word comes from, Latino. So don't call yourself Latino, bro. That applies to these negros. Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, if you are of that bloodline. If you're indigenous, I ain't talking to you. From Seville for sale to the island settlers. Still, the colonists demanded more slaves. And in 1513, the crown established the asiento system, whereby licensed contractors sent us estimated 75 to 90,000 enslaved Africans to Spanish America by 1600. And approximately 350,000 by the end of the 17th century. So you see what I'm saying? 1619 is total bullshit. Once the Indian War in Hispaniola won and settlement was well underway on that island, it became the base for which the Spaniards launched their new conquest. Claiming Puerto Rico in 1508, Jamaica in 1509, Cuba in 1511, and Florida in 1513. Africans took part in all of these expeditions. See this? That's an African. That's why All Will Be Revealed was talking about y'all being like Shaq and shit. This guy is as big as the fucking horse and the rider. That should say something. Right, there you go. See, this is why I didn't answer your question initially, because I know who you were. The white man messed you all up. No, the white man messed you guys all up. You're basically güero, bro. You're just a gringo like them. That's your problem is you can't accept facts. You can't accept history. You like to read stuff that makes you feel good. That's the problem. You like to believe shit that makes you feel good. That's your problem with your people. But listen, everybody's going to find out about what's going on. See, here's the problem with white and black folks. The white man don't want to admit that you guys helped them because it demoralizes their spirit. And you people don't want to admit that you helped them because then your 1619 transatlantic slave trade, your whole fucking Willie Lynch letter, your 1865 bullshit, your antebellum supposedly suffering, your segregation, all that shit goes down the fucking toilet. That's why. That's why you guys don't fucking admit to your shit and you think this is funny. Listen, continue laughing, bro. Continue laughing because guess what? You can look this up. Look it up. Nah, you should have been here earlier. Do me a favor. Rewind it. I named the book when I first started. African-born explorer Juan Garrido, 1519. Participated in the Indian Wars in Hispaniola and Ponce de Leon's discovery of Florida. We don't believe anything you guys say anymore. You can tell FBA to go suck it in all your BHI groups. And if they got a problem with me, tell them to hit the link. I'm well aware of what's going on. I do not run from anybody. We can debate about the Bible. We can debate about history. We can fucking break it down and shit. I don't run from nobody. Other free persons of African descent, such as free mulatto Francisco Mejias, who had the first Spanish names? They did, family. Before they go and try to claim the fame that you guys were Spaniards. No, they were the original Spaniards. They had to see these last fucking names first. An Indian collector and overseer of the Hacienda del Toa in Puerto Rico helped establish that island's earliest ranchers. Mejias was said to have been killed by Caribbean Indians while defending the Indian cacica, female ruler, Luisa, an ally of the Spaniards. At his death, he had 210 pesos of gold, although his annual ranch salary was only 50 pesos. So Mejias, too, had been involved in gold mining. Oh, okay. You see, so my ancestors never came over to the Atlantic trade, and black people history is Ethiopian. The Ethiopian people are not West Africans, nor are they North Africans, nor are they fucking Egyptians, nor are they South Africans. I know several Ethiopian people, and you guys are not the same people. If you're a West African, like totally West African, and you have nothing to do with Ethiopia, shut up, man, because they don't even want to deal with you. This is how I know that you're weak with the Bible, bro. You fucking rely to that shit. That's pretty stupid. I'm over here reading the facts about what you guys have done, and then you want to run from it. But I tell you what, if this would have been all about white people done this, you would have been like, yeah, the white man did it. But as soon as I fucking call you negros out, now that's a problem. Now you want to run to Ethiopia. Please. Get the fuck out of here, man. You're not doing this shit no more. Spanish swept through the Caribbean islands and then the mainland coast in search of captives to sell into slavery. From Puerto Rico, Ponce de Leon, who was black, led slaves raids against Caribs on the islands of Santa Cruz, Guadalupe, and Dominica, and the Africans Juan Garrido and Juan Gonzalez Ponce de Leon were among the raiders. They also accompanied Ponce de Leon on his voyage to Florida in 1513 to 1521. With a hostile reception of the indigenes, it suggested Caribbean-based slavers had already preceded them. After Ponce de Leon's death, Garrido enlisted with Hernán Cortés and participated in the bloody battle to conquer the Aztec capital Tenochtitlan. Here's where it gets interesting, okay? Watch this. Africans in the exploration of Florida. With the discovery of Florida, Africans helped stake Spain's first claim to the exclusive sovereignty over an area stretching from Florida Keys to the Newfoundland lands and west to Mexico. A claim disputed by both the French and the English, who viewed effective occupation as the true measure of sovereignty. To hold Florida and Spaniards would have to people it. We know that Ponce de Leon, we know that Valles de Ayllón was negro. We know that for a fact. Ayllón was a negro, African. Okay? Let's not forget that shit. Paul Hoffman theorized these were probably Latinos. That's why don't call yourself Latino. Like the Afro-Cuban, they try to say he's Latino. Nah, fuck though. He's an African. He is one of your people. And he's the one that led the Proud Boys. So as you can see, African hate is very deep. Very fucking deep. That's why you guys don't even realize who your enemy is. You white folks and black folks actually don't even realize how close and far you are from each other. Latinos are Spanish-speaking Catholics who were skilled artisans and domestics, and they may have been. But by the time Ayllón was preparing his expedition, a large Bozo or African-born population performed the mining and agricultural labor in Española. Well, we can go on, right? Let me get you to this point over here. Here's it is. Despite the slave arson in Guadalupe, the next major colonization effort of La Florida also incorporated Africans. Pánfilo de Narváez landed approximately 600 Europeans and an unknown number of Africans somewhere near Tampa Bay in 1520. Let me remind you, family. Let me remind you of this book here. There's this book called Dogs of Conquest. Okay? And the main character of this book. Watch this real quick. So let's not forget, and let's never let them forget. Fuck your reparations. If you deserve them, you deserve them, but you don't deserve them. Pánfilo, it has been 22 years since Montaje had received his commission to conquer and settle Cusemal and Yucatan. Meanwhile, Pánfilo de Narváez and Nuño Beltrán de Guzmán, who at approximately the same time had been commissioned to explore and conquer, respectively, Florida and Panuca. Okay? Now, Pánfilo de Narváez, okay, this guy used dogs. He fed our people to dogs, family. This is what this book is about. Dogs of Conquest. These bastards fed our people to dogs. These are black and white folks, not just white people. Negros, like the ones we see in the streets right now, talking shit to our gente, signing up to ICE and shit, and then you wonder why they still have that spirit. Hey, bro, because they have never changed. This is who they are. And in this channel, we bring facts, not fiction. Look at this. Claiming to say that y'all didn't know Christianity, bro. You were teaching our gente Christianity. What are you talking about? Fopi, where you at, man? You're so ballsy and shit. You think you know the truth? Where are you? You're never going to debunk this shit. If you go through this whole entire book, you're going to find out Nervaez was feeding us to dogs, fam. Our children, feeding our children to dogs. Feeding our elderly to dogs. I'll give you the link. Maybe give you some time to look through it. These are facts. They're not fiction. It's not glory. I'm not searching for glory. I'm not like, oh my God, no, hell no. Look, listen. Black entrepreneurs and property holders, Spanish presidents. Although freedom was primary goal that enslaved blacks may have inspired to in Spanish Florida, they also managed to acquire a significant amount of property under successive Spanish regimes. Many of Florida's black residents had once been considered property themselves, and in English-speaking areas from which they fled, they had few opportunities to hold property. But Castilian law and custom, which was grounded under Roman law, guaranteed even slaves the right to personal property. Seville notably registered for the 15th, 16th century records in enslaved blacks lending money to freed counterparts. And despite the generally depressed economic and social position of freed blacks in early modern Spain, the same register shows at least some black property owners renting houses to other free black folks, as well as Europeans. Early examples of propertied blacks in Seville include Ana Fernandez. You see this, fam? The first colonizers, negros and whites, had Spanish last names. Before you go and assume that this was our last names, it was their fucking last names first. And they wore it proudly. And they enslaved people. And then when they lost court-wise in the Reconstruction Act in the northern part of America, right, after 1865, the white man did a maneuver on them. And then they changed their story. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, we never had power. We were always under submission. Fuck no. You just want to steal the shit again, just like Canaan did from the get-go. Yeah, that's the spirit you guys have. Early examples of propertied blacks in Seville include Ana Fernandez, who rented the house to Catalina Gutierrez, race unknown, in 1498. And free black Leonor Rodriguez, who rented a house to free black Juan Garcia in 1505. Listen, Negro, I got nothing to answer you, bro, because you're a fucking colonizer, so shut the fuck up. I don't even know why you're asking that shit. You prove that who you prove that you're an Israelite. You prove it. Prove it with what? What are you going to prove it with? Here's the link right there. I posted the link up. You're going to prove to us that you're an Israelite? Show us how. Y'all are idiots, man. Every single time I bring facts, you want to bring up some dumbass question and shit that doesn't even need an answer. You don't even deserve one. But I tell you what, the link is up, bro. If you really want to prove your shit, hit it. We can go to Deuteronomy 28. Make sure you have sources. 2 years later, Garcia rented a house on the corridor to Lonja, the present-day Archive of Indies, to the Ginasua Silvestre Bento, because Castile transferred its legal institution and socio-economic customs first to the Atlantic Islands and then across to the Atlantic to the Americas. Free persons of African descent could also become propertied in the New World. In theory, all land in Americas belonged to Castile, and its monarch might grant usufruct of its two faithful vassals or to corporate groups. Please. What are you saying? You're not African now? Or is that what you're saying? You're not African? You guys are Africans. Unless you mix with a white man, then you're white. You're not indigenous, that's for sure. That's for sure. Don't run from who you are, man. Don't start doing that shit, because I know that's what you guys are going to do. Once this truth starts coming out heavily, people like you are going to say that. Well, we're not all the same. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I helped the white man. You guys use the white man's science, white man's history to fucking claim the fame, and now you have a problem. Moreover, persons of other ethnic and racial backgrounds might, under specified conditions, become Spanish vassals and once incorporated into the Spanish community would have the same property rights as free Spaniards. Believing that to govern is to populate and drawing on medieval Reconquista patterns, Spain followed a policy of repoblación. Let's skip here. During the conquest of Spain from Muslims, 718 through 1492, the crown resettled Spaniards into the newly won areas. In the Americas, the crown often relocated loyal Indian allies like the Tlaxcalans to threaten areas it wished it to hold. And after the Indian population was diminished, the crown also transported Galatians and Canary Island population across the Atlantic to fill critical voids. That's so fucking funny, man. Let's see. I have a couple more videos and then we're done. Let me go back real quick here. It goes right here. I want to prove a point. I want you guys to be careful, family. I'm going to show you some stuff and then we're done with this stuff right here. All right, hold on a second.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers, and I'm totally wasted. I'm sorry I bumped the camera.
Your task will well-equipped and battle-hardened.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
Show you what's happening behind the curtain of politics. So I'm traveling this week, so I'm recording this in a hotel now. So I'm in Chicago. On the day I'm recording this, there were masked cops in the street wearing civilian clothes, full face masks, no badges, no IDs, no warrants, unmarked vehicles. The excuse used by Kristi Noem is, oh, our agents are getting doxxed. I don't believe that any nation where the police are unaccountable should.
Cam and Molly had that technology. What do you talk about? What technology? Technologia. Technologia. Hey, listen. Trash content. Hey, well, guess what, man? You're welcome to hit. Well, if it's trash, why are you here? I find it funny, man. Y'all want to squeaky clean and shit. You get offended every time I talk shit about your people. Because you know it's true. That's all you can say. Trash content. Why? Because I tell you what, if it was just about the white man blaming the white man for everything, you guys would be okay with it. Because that's your spirit. You always want to blame other people and hide from your own history. It don't matter what you say, bro. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care. Squeaky clean. It don't matter to me. Continue.
Should extend to those police the courtesy of pretending that their identities are some special secret. Every police officer, with some weirdly narrow exceptions like long-term undercover work, whatever, should be required when they are arresting any person, and by the way, that includes people who are here as immigrants, whatever their status, they should be required to show a badge and a warrant and their faces. Because a secret police system where there are no badges, no ID tags, no identifying marks, no uniforms is not a democracy that lasts for long. It simply isn't. Now, California is passing a bill this week to mandate that ICE agents may not wear masks. We'll see where that goes. I promise you the federal government and Trump will defy that law. It'll go to court. But there's something that Americans need to start thinking about. When do you think...
Hey, I know that this probably works with your household when you guys think you put people down with names and shit like it really bothers anybody. It doesn't do anything to me. I don't know what you think you're dealing with. You sound like a kid. You sound like young men. You're Satan's best servant at this point, bro. I'm not your bro. And Satan, you're looking at him right. You're looking at him right there, and it seems like you're like a Edomite and shit. You're Esau, huh? Esau, you got your days numbered, man. Your days are numbered, and so is Canaan right here. Canaan and Esau. Look at that. Canaan and Esau. What a coincidence. Your days are numbered, Canaan. Your days are numbered, Esau. Let's go.
Donald Trump and Kash Patel and Pam Bondi and Stephen Miller and the rest of the people in the autocratic sector start saying, well, we better use masks for everything. All cops better start wearing masks. No, we don't. We don't play the victim. Not at all. Because you want to know what to play the victim is? Feel sorry for us. Oh, my God. Give us CBT and shit. We just, nah, man. I own a business. I take care of my shit. I don't need nothing from you at all. I don't even deal with your kind at all.
I really don't understand why you guys, this is so generic. You guys talk always the same way. Almost everywhere I see the shit that you guys all say the same shit. It's like your parents taught you guys the same concept. Like it almost seems like it's, I don't even know if you don't even understand your own psychology, man. Shit, let's fucking continue. This is great. This is great. You guys are doing me a favor.
Asks all the time. Why should they wear name tags? They could get doxxed.
Look, you're in for a rude awakening when Christ comes back, little guy. Little guy? Really? Little guy? You should. That just tells me how you are, bro. You projecting, bro. You a little guy yourself. Let's continue, fam. This is great. Look, listen. I love people pissing people off. You want to know why? Because when truth comes out, hate will always try to prevail. Let's go.
They could be known by their identifying marks or their names. Sorry, folks. That's part of the deal. That's part of the deal if you're a cop. You're going to have to be accountable. Anytime the cops are anonymous, anytime they can do things without any idea, without a single thought for a moment.
Yeah, you're right. I don't disagree with that shit. But that means they're not Africans. They're not from Africa. So I don't understand what the fuck your point is. You're not from there either. So what are you talking about? You claim to be an African. I mean, I don't understand what the hell you're talking about. And if you go by the Bible, no, as a matter of fact, you Christmas Christians should be nervous. You bastards that celebrate Christmas, it's not even in the Bible. Hey, look, you hate, really? So let me ask you a question. Why do Christmas Christians celebrate Christmas? Where does the Bible say to celebrate Christmas? Where does it say to go hunt for eggs? Where does it say to celebrate 4th of July or Thanksgiving or your fucking birthdays? Squeaky clean. Where did it say in the Bible to celebrate fucking dirty ass nasty Christmas on December 25th? The Messiah was never born in that time. So please do me a favor. When the fuck can you celebrate? Why should we do that? Since you're so Christian. Okay, then what the fuck is your problem, bro? Then sit back and fucking watch. Hebrew Israelites is a cult, bro, and you... Oh, there we go. See, let me ask you a question. You haven't answered my shit. You haven't answered my shit, Squeaky Clean. How come you Christmas dirty bastard Christians celebrate Christmas on December 25th if it's not in the Bible? That's good, bro. That's good. Then we got no problem. Then we got no problem. But this guy right here, he celebrates Christmas. He's a Christmas Christian. Talking shit, talking about like salvation ain't for you. Oh my God, I can't. Bro, listen, you're celebrating Thanksgiving, eating a turkey. You don't even know the beginning of that meaning. That has to do with 1492. And oh my God, that's a deep ass fucking class. I've done a class on that shit. But people like you are so fucking dumb that you don't even know. Easter. Why are you chasing eggs in Easter? Why are you telling your ugly ass babies to go chase eggs in Easter? Tell me, man. Okay, well then tell me when the Bible said to celebrate dirty ass Christmas. Like, silver and gold and all that shit. Tell me, white boy. Tell me, crackety crack. When the fuck are we supposed to celebrate Christmas? When does it say in the Bible? If you're saying I'm going to burn in hell, you white people are going to be the first ones to burn. Yeah, so do we, bro. So do we. Neato Sawine, so do we. So do we. So do we. This guy don't. All you have to do is read the Bible, and it's not that hard. What do you mean? Show me where the Bible says to celebrate Christmas, fuckface. Tell me where. Tell me where the fuck does the Bible say to celebrate Christmas? Please tell me where. Tell me where. I'm not mad. Don, this is how I talk, bro. I'm not mad. Tell me where. Please, tell me where. Tell me where. Since you say that salvation ain't going to come for me, because supposedly I'm doing something evil against Jesus. You mean the white one? There you look. Listen. How about you concentrate on the truth instead of why people celebrate holidays? What a little bitch. You a little bitch, now. Y'all couldn't handle this hammer. Which one? You mean you, Volta? Bro, I told you to hit the link. You fucking ran, bitch. Here, listen, for any of you fuckfaces that want to have a little conversation with me, bro, then step up to the mic. I got nothing to hide. Come on, let's go. You barely ballsy asses. Hell yeah, that's European bullshit. That's all. That shit is wicked, bro. For real. We don't do no birthdays. We don't celebrate Christmas. We don't do Thanksgiving. We don't do New Year's. We don't do none of that crackety crack shit. Hey, look. You're screwed, kid. No Hebrew Israelite will ever enter the heaven, bro. You're not my bro. I have nothing to do with you. You're just a crackety crack that cannot fucking prove what you believe in. So I'm telling you once again, squeaky clean, hit the link. Come on, man. You feel ballsy. Come on, bro. Just hit the link, bro. Come on, man. Just hit the link. Oh, you mean you're telling me that I should celebrate Christmas and shit and give my kids Christmas gifts? So put up a tree. As a matter of fact, let me help you. Let me help you, you fuckface. Dumbass heathens. You guys make me laugh all the time and shit. You come to the channel thinking you know what the fuck you're talking about. Here we go. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel, not you crackers. Thus say the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, not you crackers. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Listen to this. This is for you. This pertains to you. For the custom of the people are vain. You see, you're full of vanity. That's Esau. That's just the way you guys are. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hand of the workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. Learn not the way of squeaky clean. Squeaky clean. Oh, so you want me to go back to Christmas? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to celebrate your white Jesus and shit? You want me to celebrate your white Jesus? Is that what it is? That's good, bro. Hey, all praise to the Most High. I ain't that shit either. That's for a fucking fact. But as you can see, man, my channel does attract a lot of different, avenues and shit. And everybody's going to get butthurt with the stuff that I say. So, once again, squeaky clean. Why are you dodging the real issue? Which one, man? It says here not to fucking have other gods, bro. Exodus basically said, keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. You fuckfaces don't keep the commandments. You eat pork. You fucking divorce. You don't raise your kids right. Your kids have sex as soon as they turn 14, 15, and 16. You guys practice promiscuousness. That's a straight Edomite Esau shit. Esau is going to have, yeah, you're right. Esau doesn't have priorities, bro. Esau has no priorities. You guys teach your daughters and your sons wrong, bro. You guys are dirty ass people. You don't even know how to wipe your ass. Your own women tell us that you guys don't know how to wipe your asses. You leave the bed sheets with caca on them because you don't like to wipe your ass. That's an Esau, Edomite trait. Talk about sadness.
That the public, that their neighbors, that their families, that their superiors will know what they're doing. Any moment you have where they feel completely unaccountable is a moment of civic danger for you. You don't think it now. A lot of MAGAs are going to, oh, that would never happen to me because I'm a law. No. These systems always evolve into the worst possible direction. The ratchet of accountability and abuse, lack of accountability and abuse runs only one direction. You are going to see this start to happen with people who are not illegals. We've already seen it starting to happen in California.
So here's why I wanted to show this real quick. All right, because we're almost done, fam. I ain't really have that much time. I said I was going to do 2 hours, but I'm almost going at 3. I'm going to show this last video and then I'm out, all right? Because I don't make 3 hours and shit, and I don't do classes today usually. I'm getting ready for Friday's class. That's a good topic. So now, this guy said, listen, watch over for your shit because guess what? They're doing it already, family. Look, check it out.
Hace unos días detuvieron a estas personas que se hacían pasar por agentes de la migra en la costa del este. Eran personas civiles que decidieron estar asustando a familias latinas y hacerse pasar por agentes del ICE. Tarde o temprano sabíamos que esto iba a empezar a suceder. Por esa razón, cuando tienes cazarrecompensas arrestando personas en las calles sin mostrar su cara, sin mostrar placa o mostrar de que son autoridad, nos damos cuenta de que van a empezar a secuestrar a personas en la calle. Sabíamos que iba a suceder.
You said I had the channel since 2015. No, actually I have not. What are you talking about, bro? That's funny. You're stupid. Let's go.
Tarde o temprano, pero ya nos llegó este video. Si tú tienes información de agentes de la migra, del ICE o agentes falsos, mándanos para nosotros compartirlo.
What he is saying is that this is happening already, okay? They're already doing this shit. There is a link that I want to share with y'all. What is it at? Hold on. Let's see if it's this one. I had it up. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I'll post it on my community chat because I thought I had the link. Because they're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're already doing it. Maybe I'll touch this topic on Friday regarding the actual laws that they have to be governed by and the shit that you're supposed to ask them. Because these fuckfaces are Proud Boys and brown shirts. We already know who you guys are. And by the way, we know who, where, and how you socialize and where you hang around in. So when all this shit hits, like, you know what I'm saying, when the dust settles, we'll see each other again. Anyhow, fam, other than that, I think that's all I got. Man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sticking around. And yeah, you know what, bro? Like we don't 100% disagree. Like we don't disagree much, man. You just have to sit back and listen. Man, look at this guy. It's African white folks and then also brown people. By the way, we're not Latins, man. Like I don't even know why you guys use that shit. These guys are demons. Just like Squeaky Clean and shit. Squeaky Clean is a little too upset about the fact that, you know, he celebrates some shit that he's not supposed to. Y'all are stupid. The nerve of you to be here. And I even give you guys a chance to defend yourselves. Don't run from what? Don't run from what? I literally just said, here's the link right there. Here's the fucking link. What are you talking about? Here's the fucking link. I'm no running. I never run for nobody. There's a link. Who's the real bitch? Who is the real bitch? See, there you go right there. Typical white man. Typical white man, bro. You guys got no huevos, homie. You guys are a weak nation, and you're going to find out. Trust and believe. Esau, your days are numbered. Esau, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Hey, good to have you here, bro. Good to have you here, man. I actually chop it over with a sister that kind of relates to what you're talking about. So don't think that we're against each other. We're technically not. But I'm a hardliner, bro. I don't come with like soft shit. I bring it the way it is, and some people don't hear it. At least you stuck around to listen. But this guy right, this little dirty bastard right here, this dude that doesn't like it to like wipe his ass and shit and teaches his kids to like drink their shit and eat their piss, like that's pretty nasty. Yeah. Hey, look here. Why do I have to click the link to have a conversation? Because this is not a conversation, fuckface. You're texting and I'm talking. Well, how stupid are you white people, bro? Are you white people that dumb? I thought you guys were smart. I thought you guys had a high IQ. Where the fuck is it at? This is not talking. This is not conversation. You're typing, I'm talking. Do you see the difference? Hey, you know what's worse? You want to know what's worse? That you can't even answer you can't even answer my questions. When I said, show us in the Bible where it says to
had come to the United States league.
Show us in the Bible where it says that we should be celebrating Christmas. You couldn't prove it. Instead, you went to emotional shit, talked your typical egg hunting, conversational ways and shit, and now your butt hurt. Let's go, fam.
It's been 100 days since the U.S. illegally sent 252 Venezuelans to an inhumane prison in El Salvador. I have been dedicating my portrait skills in social media to telling the stories of those men to help gain their freedom. 90% of them had no criminal record nor gang affiliation. 50 of them had come to the United States legally, and most of the others had become documented working towards their permanent status. Homeland Security has been using a flawed checklist to find Tren de Aragua gang members. The checklist uses tattoos, clothing, and hand signs. Gang experts agree that TDA does not use any of these for self-identification. SOWED is an inhumane prison that Congress and international rights groups list as being a house of torture and a concentration camp. Each day there is a living nightmare. Family members were only aware due to a leaked list, state propaganda videos, and a Matt Gaetz CCOT walkthrough where the men are yelling for their freedom and making an international hand sign for kidnapping. Please share this video to free them from this act of cruelty.
All right, fam. So I'm out. Don't listen to these idiots, man. It doesn't even bother me one bit. If you would have hit the link, or any one of you, I'm not even reading what you guys are saying. I'm just gonna say, if you guys are really ballsy and shit, and you got something to say, then say it, man. We're not afraid of that shit. Just say it. But because of the fact that your foundation is not solid, and you think that by naming, posting, and expressing your anger, you're gonna move somebody's spirit, you're not gonna do that. That's never gonna happen ever again. Same 1492, cracker. It's 2025 now.
Yeah, man. Oh, respect and love from the world, nigga. Show them. You nigga on a microphone. Can't know where you sit the number for everything. Rock, you on the studio. Bomba, clap.
¿De qué manera sufre el alma cuando alguien se va? No hay medicina que cure esa larga enfermedad. La vitamina de la vida en esta sociedad es tan divina que por nombre tiene libertad. Libérate de la mentira que está por llegar. Mide tu orgullo antes de empezar a hablar. Cierra la puerta a quien no merezca entrar, porque hay mucho que se fue y sueña con regresar. Hablemos en silencio y así no me mentirás. El poder de la palabra muere cuando hablan de más. No me fío de oraciones que se dicen por detrás. Si me miras a los ojos no te mentiré jamás. Que besar por besar es jugar por jugar. Y vivir sin amor es vivir sin amar. Solo queda la fe, solo queda soñar. Ponte de pie, ready para luchar. Some love, I can just smoke and there are some love them.
I can just smoke and the light some low.
I remember no fire, no burn. Ribby day.
Call it with a farmer soul, yeah.
¿De cuánto tiempo hablamos cuando hablamos de querer? Si la mitad lo malgastamos solo en comprender. ¿De qué manera es más fácil aprender? Que nacemos para ganar y morimos al perder. No puedo dejar de animarte, que cuando te caigas debes levantarte. Llegué para contarte que no todo artista muere por su arte. Traigo el honor de un humano con valor que utiliza poesía para respirar mejor. Escribo prosa para vengar al amor y recuerda aquella rosa que tiraron al contenedor.
¿Dónde se quedó el amor? Hey, I know where I sit here on no microphone forever, never. Tell me,
roll some love, I can just smoke and the light, some love them. I Rastafari my life, some love. I remember no fire, no burn, ribby day.
I live with a farmer soul, yeah. Reggae man, a farmer warrior day. Not a really thing. Oh, yeah, man. Si se piensa que la música es un juego, lo lleva claro, hermano. Desde España, internacional, bomba, clack, you, Lego. Raw. Not so really easy. No. Pure nigga on a microphone. Hey, tell us what? Tell us any tree. Tell if I'm a Rasta feeling on my sin. Hey, more love. Yeah, man, real bomba clock and I set the volume 8. This is the music from the Urban niggas. Yeah, man. Oh, ribby damn, ribby damn. Hey. Lord. You man a tribute from Black Hood Ray. Hey. Broken microphone, mystic lover sound, a dream of soul. Will my head alone, living in Zion, but Babylon. Broken microphone, mystic lover sound, a dream of soul.
Real my head alone, living in Zion, but Babylon. Por soñar soñé que todo cambiaría, por pensar pensé, luchar a sangre fría sin perder la fe, viviendo el día a día, más con sentimiento que marcó mi sinfonía. Darle pan al que no puede comer, darle bendición al que sepa renacer. 3000 errores solemos cometer, pero solo un gran hombre lo sabrá reconocer. Y me di cuenta hoy de tantas cosas, algunas crudas, otras bastante hermosas. Son los más sabios, personas poderosas, no aquellos bastardos que destrozan nuestras prosas. Es la perdición, mala situación de manchar tu corazón por tu mala acción. Dame una razón para darte mi perdón. Siento que tu alma se consume como el humo de este blon. Derramo poesía, arte mensajero que reclamo cada día. Pretendo ser sincero, más comparto mi alegría con todo caballero que mantenga la presión cuando andamos bajo cero. Sentimientos perdidos con calma, malos actos mancharon tu alma. No pide perdón quien dispara el arma, no sabe que un ladrón se bate con el karma. Broken microphone, mystic love a sound that removes all. Real my head alone, living in Zion but Babylon. Broken microphone, mystic love a sound that removes soul. Real my head alone, living in Zion but Babylon. One I can get respect from Volumen A. My niggas on Volumen A, this is key on the studio respect. Alright, alright, alright. Bad boy kills, criminal of sound and rich. Money is a gun for me. Respect the nation. Below the time like this. Bad boy kills, criminal of sound and rich. Money is a gun for me. Respect the nation. Below the time like this. Bad boy kills, criminal of sound and rich. Money is a gun for me. Respect the nation. Oh. La 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 la. When I can just smoking from the studio of the on. And when I can just put nigga on the floor. When I live a sound. Oh them, ah. Bye bye rhythm, bye bye sound in
A ver, que alguien me explique.
Let me do it again.
A ver, que alguien
Hey,
me
good to have you,
explique.
sis. These dudes are weak. Well, nobody hit the link, so I'm just gonna call this fuckface out right now. Like, you could have had the chance, and all you did was posted some dumb shit, and then you go and say, "What do you mean? We're having a conversation." No, I'm talking and you're typing. That's not a conversation. Whoever raised you, man, they raised you really fucked up in the head. Let me do it again.
A ver, que alguien me explique.
Estamos aquí, oye, que estamos aquí. Mírame, estamos aquí. Desde hace rato, cuando ustedes llegaron, ya estaban las huellas de nuestros zapatos. Se robaron hasta la comida de gato y todavía se están lamiendo el plato. Bien encabronados con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusen de maltrato. Si no entiendes el dato, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa nova, tango o vallenato. A lo calabo y bambú, bien frontú, con sangre caliente como Timbuktu. Estamos dentro del menú, tú Tupac, se llama Tupac, por Tupac Amaru del Perú. América no es solo USA, papá, esto es desde Tierra del Fuego hasta Canadá. Hay que ser bien bruto, bien hueco, es como decir que África es solo Marruecos. Estos canallas se les olvidó que el calendario que usan se lo inventaron los mayas con la Valdivia precolombina. Desde hace tiempo, este continente camina, pero ni con toda la marina pueden sacar de la vitrina la peste campesina. Esto va para el capataz de la empresa. El machete no es solo para cortar caña, también es para cortar cabeza.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. 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 Te muerde, te muerde.
Los paramilitares, las guerrillas, los hijos del conflicto, las pandillas, las listas negras, los falsos positivos, los periodistas asesinados, los desaparecidos, los narcogobiernos, todos los que robaron, los que se manifiestan y los que se olvidaron, las persecuciones, los golpes de estado, el país en quiebra, los exiliados, el peso devaluado, el tráfico de droga, los carteles, las invasiones, los emigrantes sin papeles, 5 presidentes en 11 días, disparo a quemarropa por parte de la policía, más de 100 años de tortura, la nova trova cantando en plena dictadura. Somos la sangre que sopla la presión atmosférica. Gambino, mi hermano, esto sí es América.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerdes. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. 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 Te muerde, te muerde.
Yeah, man, I real. Estoy con mi hermanito Rasta Chai. International burning in Selassie I. Every day and every night. Yeah, man, llevamos 30 volúmenes dando reggae music soul. Anki on, motherfucking king of the microphone. Check it on, desde el corazón, though.
Llega el sonido de ultratumba, tienen miedo. Llegan los rasta con su rumba. Díceselo, la people se hace una pregunta. ¿Quién es mejor? Ni tú ni yo. Ese es el lema de Kio. Llega el sonido de ultratumba, tienen miedo. Llegan los rasta con su rumba. Díceselo, la people se hace una pregunta. ¿Quién es mejor? Ni tú ni yo. Ese es el lema de Kio.
Veo la luz que ilumina mi vida y da amor a los que más quiero. Siento el mensaje que llega hacia mi corazón, me habla el universo. Veo personas que pasan de largo en mi vida y en verdad eso es bueno, porque ahora sé lo que tengo y lo que ya no pierdo. Demasiada coincidencia para no ser verdad. Lo de que nos van a esperar en el más allá. Tú vas a seguir siguiendo el curso en la espiral, mientras que yo evoluciono, llego al despertar. Fuente celestial, de luz y el saber. No hay punto final, amar o aprender. Que yo no quiero obedecerte, ya sé lo que hacer. Cuando me muero de calor, de frío, de hambre o sed, ya solo pienso en ser aquel que siempre fui, pero por miedo quemo otra versión de mí. Antes solía llorar, ahora no sé reír. Si no ponemos de por medio un poquito de weed, eso más de estar bien, más de efecto de pill. No quiero ser tu fe, te necesito a ti. Ángeles con la fe, mándalos de la street. Si vinimos de pa' morir, chico.
This is the flow underground from Kioni Studio. Relax, relax, relax. The flow now. This is the music at the earth. Mucho tiempo dando amor a los nuestros.
Camino de frente, traigo flow caliente, música real con sonido inteligente. Parece frecuente desvestir la mente y quedar desnudo delante de mi gente. Flow, sing it, dem, duro like metal. Slow, sing it, why, like fenomenal. Flow, sing it, dem, duro like metal. Cada palabra y balada que parte la sala, para nada son bobadas atrapadas en miradas. Pues mi familia es sagrada, aprenderá toda la grada. Camarada, sea alabada la persona que te daba su calor, su sabor, el perfume del honor. Coreando la canción de un humilde servidor. Pues tu amor, seguidor, es alivio para el dolor y energía para seguir siendo tu compositor. Flow. Llega el sonido de ultratumba, tienen miedo, llegan los rasta con su rumba. Díceselo, la people se hace una pregunta: ¿quién es mejor? Ni tú ni yo, ese es el lema de Kio. Llega el sonido de ultratumba, tienen miedo, llegan los rasta con su rumba. Díceselo, la people se hace una pregunta: ¿quién es mejor? Ni tú ni yo, ese es el lema de Kio. Llaman Regeneral It's a pussy that revenge and the ganja from the Rastafari niggas. Llegan los rasta con su. La people se hace una pregunta. Llaman el real. Llega el sonido de ultratumba. Llegan los rasta con su. La people se hace una pregunta. Bomba clap them. Nigga.
Soy de Perú, bandido, contento porque en esta parte del mundo he nacido. Más que orgulloso de crecer en donde yo he crecido. Me siento bendecido y aquí me quiero morir, y la verdad porque así será. Agradecido con la vida y con Dios que me puso aquí, y con todo aquello que influyó para que fuera en sí. Porque así yo puedo decirte gracias por mi color, idioma y también por mi idiosincrasia. Yo soy uno más que aprecia la tierra en la que nació. Aunque el género en el que me expreso por aquí no se inventó, pero que chucha, esto es pa' aquel que escucha y se mantiene en lucha con el puño arriba y la capucha. Tierra de donde gran parte siempre se quita, pero regresa pues como un niño a su madre necesita. Gobierna una política maldita donde si se enferma el que no tiene no le regalan ni las curitas. Por eso, pero no es sinónimo de progreso y no esas mierdas sentadas en el Congreso. En fin, somos de un sitio en donde nada cae del cielo, en donde muchos trabajamos desde niños hasta abuelos. Lo que siempre sé en esta mi tierra crece, a pesar que unas veces no paguen al que cosecha lo que merece. No solo aquí, también en toda América Latina, víctima de aquella supuesta raza más fina. Pero no olviden que en Perú no existen razas, somos una especie de seres humanos que se porten en masa, que cuando se revela atacarán enjambre. Un peruano se puede morir de todo, pero nunca de hambre. Yo represento a los desiertos y a la montaña, aquella selva que si miras de arriba te engaña y te hace pensar que el paraíso está en el suelo, donde se refleja el cielo temprano en la mañana. Yo soy peruano, así que mejor infórmese antes de juzgar a mi apariencia y mi piel morena. Aquellos seres humanos que sobresalen, soportando todo a pesar de que muchos les envenenan. Paisajes de mil colores, comidas de mil sabores, playas con arenas blanquitas, no quiero nada. Tierra de grandes señores, culturas y soñadores, gente amable que te hace pensar, yo me quedo acá. Sufrimos y nos levantamos como otros pueblos hermanos, víctimas de terroristas y tiranos que se llevaron mucho y a muchos para el carajo. Pero el peruano sabe cómo se sale de abajo. Por eso más de lo que sé y de lo que escucho, en todas partes siempre respetan a los peruchos. Y es un hecho que a la mayoría nada le complace, razón por la cual quiere ser el mejor en lo que hace. Es que así se nace cuando eres peruano. Aquí tienes de todo, pero también nada se regala, hermano. Norte, sur o centro, en donde quiera que te pares. Lo dijo Romero, el Perú es de la concha su madre. Orgulloso de mi esencia, de mi herencia. Tengo un tatuaje en la maleta que te indicará mi procedencia, para que quede bien claro de dónde es que soy. Represento a donde voy y así lo hicimos siempre hasta el sol de hoy. Esta canción yo la compuse estando lejos de mi patria, y no por querer hacerme el pendejo. De la costa por la sierra hasta la selva somos cholos. Si tú me entiendes, no permitas que yo haga este coro solo. Yo represento a los desiertos y a la montaña, aquella selva que si mira hacia arriba te engaña y te hace pensar que el paraíso está en el suelo, donde se refleja el cielo temprano en la mañana. Yo soy peruano, así que mejor infórmese antes de juzgar a mi apariencia y mi piel morena. Aquellos seres humanos que sobresalen, soportando todo a pesar de que muchos les envenenan.
En la Plaza de Reyes, Black Sumenta, Soplón. Yeah. ¿Qué vas a saber?
¿Qué vas a saber tú? Oye, chibolito, faltóme. Pulpín de los pulpines, batería de Rapunzel, de rapeos, de raptos, de lagartos en cuartel. Cualquier la pega de cruel con un viejo coronel. Soy flojo, se me antojó dormirme en el laurel. Elevé mi level con un label y un Faber-Castell. Ya un papel, lo empape con sangre de todo aquel que se jura Nobel y no ve mis trenes en la riel. What's so man? ¿Por qué no sacan la tablet? Juro por mis aguas que no te hablo por las powers. Soy chinchado neto, búscame por Pico Sour y te voy a meter al centro loco como Beckenbauer. Escúchame atento mi pro, que estamos rompiéndole en pro. El negro de Plaza de Reyes como siempre rompe de este micrófono. Que quiere meterle como yo pero no puede meterle taco pro. Si te pensaba que solo era un gallo, déjame decirle que se equivocó. Real motherfucker feeling on the street. Es el Black Sheep, Black Sea Metal de Plaza de Kings. Motherfucker, Soplón.
Nero Luigi, man, desde Peña, a la victoria para que sepa. Incas Mo, Money Gang Gang, yeah, yeah, Yo también he llorado, gente. También me han desplazado por mi rasgo afrodescendiente. Sí, un perro no habla pero siente. Cuento historias callejeras pa' barrios de delincuentes. Y soy un perro que te ladra, que te muerde y que te huele, nene. Soy más que Lele, ustedes para mí son pelele. Con mi jauría todo el día en busca de los cheles. Tengo un perro en fiscalía que nos mueve los papeles y otro en la comisaría para evitar el susto. Muchas veces me han llevado por solo como luzco. Perdón, madre mía, si yo le causé un disgusto, pero en esta vía yo crecí rodeado de perros chuscos. Yo sé que me quieren ganar, yo sé que me quieren tumbar y no pasará porque soy de verdad. La super rafina, la Dodo Style, metido en latina aprendiendo un quizá. Yo tengo el style, no mido la raza del perro, yo mido por la lealtad y yo soy leal. Yeah. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Yeah. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña, te tiran para atrás. Yeah. La calle limeña aquí nadie la dueña, ya nada es igual. Yeah. Tiene que respetar, yeah. Tiene que respetar. Yeah. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Yeah. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña, te tiran para atrás. Yeah. La calle limeña aquí nada le dueña, ya nada es igual. Yeah. Tiene que respetar, yeah. Si yo soy tu papá, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cinco Mob, negro. Yeah. Cinco Mob, nigga. Yeah. Nero Luigi, man. Incas Mob, yeah. It's Money Gang, 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 yeah. Hey, yo. Yango en la maldita casa. Me llaman pa' que les dé al menos una vez al mes. Se metieron al lago y olvidaron que era el mes. For everybody bless. La fama es una puta, me está llamando a las 3.
Dile que llame después de las 16 y 25. Volví de la infancia de Abraham Lincoln. Con fuerza ya inco, luchando para salir del rincón. Letra callejera en CD brinco. Under del under, puede que tu viejo te lo mande. Sale de vez en cuando como el cóndor por los Andes. Mi cuerpo no es de madera como Dandy. Antes que me branden, yo seré el ola que los expande. Aunque esto me pique en la madera, no sirven ni para romper el ticket de un evento afuera. Loco por la carrera, desafían la gravedad. Yo espero tras la barrera y llego con la novedad. Niña, tú solo espera que ya encontré la manera. He visto bastante por querer lograrlo saltando escalones dentro de la escalera. La vida me puso al depósito, yo soy de púlpito pa' que el mundo conociéramos de esta parte mejor intérprete que parido de esta cordillera. Sin luz afuera, que el espectáculo es dentro. La calle es mi templo, tiembla el pavimento. Cuando yo me concentro, mis disparos son temas. La calle un poema se siente desde cuando entro. Y a toditos estos drogaditos que creen que rapean, los regreso al centro de mi balcón. Yo he visto el clon del clon en la misma gestión, pero a la malla no llega el balón. Y para esta pantalla no existe patrón. Yo ya me sé la cuestión y doy fe por cada renglón. Consciente de la operación del final de Mbappé con la edad de bufón. De Yango en la maldita casa, Plaza de Rey y papá. El Nero Luigi, Black Mental, hip hop peruano. Rasgo en la maldita base. Yao, yao, yao.
la pared. El mismo que anda penando en el barrio no está tranquilo porque caminando con otro la ve. Por la que se mató sin pensarlo bien. ¿Y para dónde es que se va? Cuando por una tonta razón se van aquellos que más quieres. Pregunto para dónde irán. Es uno menos en el barrio y uno más para el recuerdo. De pocos a pocos mi gente se desvanece, pero casi siempre son los que no lo merecen. La muerte de un inocente no sabe la gente, pero nadie dice que él se lo llevó. Se rompió el corazón, lágrimas de madre, sangre en sus manos y no lo comprende el padre. Recuerda que la vida no tiene un valor y grita al cielo, mejor recógeme a mi Señor. Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor ahora está presente. Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor ahora está presente.
Dime dónde están los que desaparecieron, los que no volvieron, los que de uniforme se vistieron. ¿Dónde están los que ya no están del soldado Juan, que una bala traspasó su cuerpo con el ruido de una? Son historias como mi prima Gloria, que su cuerpo no aparece pero queda su memoria. Niña de 5 años que su aliento ya es agónico. Encuentra cuerpo pero un hueso está en periódico. La vida es una tumba que la suerte te depara. La muerte está en la mano de aquel hombre que dispara. Padre que espera a su hijo que vive en la urbe, pero al día siguiente lo recogerá en la morgue. Se cuentan horas, días y también los calendarios. Primo, nadie sabe si caerás en cementerios. Como mi amigo Mario que jugaba a ser sicario, hasta mató a su hermano y lo tomó como algo serio. Se cuentan horas, días y también las estadísticas. Para la policía un expediente más en balística. La lista aumenta y también el desenfreno, como aquel niño que golpeado en el hogar se siente ajeno. Le pone freno y toma la decisión, sacando la pistola de su padre en el cajón. Su lápida ahora pinta: hijo mío, te queremos. Si la muerte nos permite, algún día nos veremos.
Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor de ahora está presente. Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor de ahora está presente.
¿Dónde van? ¿Dónde? Dime dónde van las almas que se pierden en el camino de la vida. ¿Dónde van? Dime dónde van. Se detienen pulsos y otros por impulsos para el diván. Penas que se cuentan en la esquina. Cuidado con la neblina que la muerte se avecina por la acera. Joven estudiante muere en una balacera. Otro lío de pandillas que en el diario aparecerá. La vida se desaparece como el humo de un cigarro. Locos disparando desde un carro. Otra vida que se pierde bajo el cielo gris. No se puede ser feliz cuando gente muere en un desliz. Como Marco que soñaba con ser narco, viajar en barco y olvidarse de las penas en su cuarto. Pero cada vez que parcha ya se siente harto y su corazón marchito marcha para el infarto. Almas en oferta como Berta, que se acuesta en una cama pero en otra se despierta. Son 14 años y ya perdió la niñez. Se desaparece un viernes y no regresa en 2 o 3. Coleccionando amores sin importancia a los rumores. Malos menores sin temores y sin valores, deambulando en cada sitio, con el futuro a convertirse en un graffiti.
Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor de ahora está presente. Pase lo que pase hoy, siempre con la mente tu recuerdo en mi corazón te llevaré. Para donde quiera que yo voy, pienso diferente, es que el amor de ahora está presente.
Hey, you let me know when you want it. You let me know when you want it squeaky clean. Who the fuck do you think we are? Yeah, now we're talking, bro. Remember what you're saying, man. Remember what you're saying. Remember what you're saying. Now read this shit really quick and swallow that shit, Esau. Your days are numbered, and this is why you acting how you acting. Everybody that gets to this point right here, it's because I am destroying your spirit. You probably have no wife, no kids, and day tomorrow, whatever, bro, you bring it. Let me know when you're ready. Right. You see that? See that shit? Look at him. Look at him. Hey, listen. I got somebody close to you. That's about my height and shit. That's about my skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they can meet up with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're strong like that and shit.
Yeah. Oye, es nada más y nada menos que el motherfucker blanquito de Plaza de Kings. Estos bebés son Big Papo, dude. No sean rebeldes, deje el rebel. Yo no me quede, yo me hospede junto a Belzebú. No me remete, plebe, no soy leve como tú. Si hay algo que no muere, eso es el hip hop Perú. Y peto, perico, te traje una chica perica. Atrás te voy a mostrar como dos monstruos rap trafican. No trate ni trepe, solo trote, señorita. Treque, donde la sangre salpica. Se aplica, te explica, replica. ¿Pa' qué? Aplica, practica, suplica. Con fe a mi perro grita, yo lo mataré. Tu madre llora y canta, lávate, flow peregrina. Chivolo propina, ina. Hacen base, mejor coja vaselina. No imagina mi vida fuera de una esquina. Yo solo quiero más chavos pa' comprar más chilindrina. Gira, que somos puros animales rompiéndote todos los cristales. Repete señales que a ti no te sale. ¿Qué pasa, compadre? Somos naturales. Voy a llenar todas las editoriales. Rate de mi huevo pa' los tribunales. Tú eres un antianal, yo experto en artesanales. Yeah, se me afaga la cimaita, soplón.
Terco 92 B09 está en la casa, barrio. Escucha bien. Así se hace, Yo. Tengo problemas de actitud y poca paciencia. Hablo si me da la gana, nadie me silencia. No quieren aceptar que pa' muchos soy influencia. La voz de los barrios que llega a tocar tu conciencia. Yo sé que muchos quieren llegar a ser tendencia y hacen lo que sea sin pensar en las consecuencias. Es la diferencia, yo mantengo mi esencia y ustedes por pegar han cambiado hasta de apariencia. Y no es que lo diga yo, pero la gran evidencia es que cambian de personalidad con frecuencia. Y no son locos con inteligencia, solo quieren un poco de atención con insistencia. No presumo en nada, hago todo a mi conveniencia. Por eso te doy una sugerencia. Conmigo no busquen competencia, que llevo 10 años ganándole a la vida y lo sabe la audiencia. La firme, qué ocurrencia, ¿cómo pueden joder sin prudencia? No se dan cuenta que mi experiencia es a base de exigencia. Mi trabajo es con independencia y el de otros de un productor depende de su permanencia. Sigo firme en la resistencia, dándole más rap en el track hasta por correspondencia. Que muchos disques evolucionaron, no es coincidencia. El dinero y la fama hizo que pierdan su decencia. Terco 92, cuando quieras, donde quieras.
¿Cómo? Sí. He aprendido a sobrevivir de las maldades, comprendiendo que nada es como tú sabes. Va a decir verdad, la lucho a diario. No me critiques, no me justifico, siempre hago lo que predico. Soy de barrio y rico en talento. De una me sacan por mi forma de ser y me acento en ella. Ahoga mi gente, la está rompiendo por ser parte de este movimiento. Quiero saludar a las personas que nunca confiaron en mí, que hoy por hoy se paltean cuando me ven venir. Bye bye motherfuckers, en estas líneas bye bye a fluir. Déjate llevar como hay people in the street. Yo. Déjate llevar como hay people in the street. Hey, 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 oh, yeah, hey. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 es la torita aquí en la casa, primo.
You know, I always got to show that shit. And listen. Let me tell you something right now. This is how I know how stupid and weak you are. If you only knew how I trashed that piece of shit Pegger and shit, because, you know, that's a white boy thing. He's a white boy. He ain't no negro. He's a white boy like you. And he likes to get pegged. So fuck Cyrillic Hebrew and his fucking Sakari shit. You have no idea who you're talking to. He said, East Side, that, bro, shut up, bro. You're just a white boy with a fucking stupid ass attitude and shit. Let me ask you a question, man, because you're still here. And I mean, and you know what? I've let you be here because technically you are helping the channel. You are motivating the actual views and shit. And I kind of appreciate that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I let you go. I don't know why you don't show up on the. I mean, by the way, the other platform doesn't mean I have two channels. You fuckface. It means like when you do a live, there are two systems that you have to work with. That's what that means. Here's a link. If you got something to say, here's a link, big boy. Because this is the last song I'm going to put. So let's see what you got to say. Hit the link, man. Come on, man. You can't be this weak, bro. You cannot be this scared of me. Because you're posting stuff like as if you're tough, but you're not representing that. See, like, you're like throwing cans at me, like from the other side. And you think it's hurting me, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, stop throwing cans at me because they don't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Speak your fucking voice. Say what you want to say. Let me express your thought process. Go ahead. Look, don't post nothing. Don't post nothing no more. Just hit the link. Just do yourself a favor, because think about that for a moment. You keep posting stuff, and I keep telling you, you want to talk? Hit the link. We'll talk about it. But you will not. It's just like we're neighbors, but you're throwing your cans at me and shit with nothing. Okay, well, sounds good then. If you're smarter than me, then even more of a reason for you to fucking prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, bro. You're smarter than me. Go ahead, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You're smarter than me. I'm stupid. You know, what do I know? I'm fucking dumb. What do I know, bro? What do I know, bro? You know what I'm saying? What do I even know? I'm fucking dumb. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Just come on. You're smarter than me. So if you're smarter than me, then this should not be a problem. Then you hitting the link should not be a problem. That means you should like fucking get one ahead of me. Like, you shouldn't be afraid at all. Come on. If you think you're smarter than me. Come on, man. If you're smarter than me. If I'm that fucking dumb, then it should not be a problem for you to handle my shit. You should come in here and tell me how you feel and make me look stupid, and then, you know what I'm saying, because I look stupid, I'll close my channel. I'll bring out the Bible when you click the link. Come on. Click the link. We'll talk Bible. Hit the link and we'll talk Bible. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll read it together. We'll read it together. Give me a verse. We'll read it together. Let's talk Bible. Come on. The link is right there. Let's do it. I'll listen to you. I'm waiting. I don't look like that guy, dude. He looks like you. He's your people. That's a white boy like you. That's a little cracker and shit. Fentanyl user. That's why the Most High is destroying you guys, man. He has no pity on you. He's decimating your people. Come on, bro. Come on. If you fucking think you're that smart. No. Hit the link. Come on. Let's talk about it. Come on. Come on. Get on. You know the Bible. Let's go. Come on. Hurry up. Since you're so smart. Since you white people are so fucking smart. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Prove me wrong. Prove me. Then listen, if I'm this smart, if you're that smart, and I'm like, landscaper and shit, then you should not have a problem with just hitting the link. Just come on. Hit on. Jump on, bro. I'll stick around for a little bit. I should have been off like an hour ago. An hour and a half ago, because I told my wife, I'd be going for like 2 hours and shit. But come on, let's go. I don't even know what that means. Honestly, man, come on. The link is right there. So are you going to hit the link or not? No? Are you going to hit the link or not? You may think that I don't pay attention to your psychology, but you're giving me every single answer that I knew I was going to deal with. Come on, hit the link. Yeah, this was next. See, I knew that. I knew that would be next. When I read this stuff, I knew that you would try to do that because you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to hurt me. Because that happens to you. That was the way that your family raised you. It doesn't work, bro. Like, I don't do that shit. So do me a favor, because you say, you say you're so strong. Represent your fucking crackety crack Edomite people. Represent Esau, bro. You're Esau. Come on, hurry up. I'm not mad, bro. I'm giving you one last chance before I hang up. Before I'm done. I'm gonna play one more song and that's it. So that's it. This is all you have. This is it. This is what you're doing. This is your strength. Listen to your pattern of thinking. I'm paying attention to your brain cells, bro. Or girl. I'm starting to wonder if you're a dude. Because you're starting to kind of move an awkward way now. Now I'm noticing a pattern in how you think. So it's like I'm waiting for I don't understand, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you really want to say something, I'm telling you, bro, use your voice and let's see where I'm off. You said you're smarter than me, meaning like I'm just a albañil, you know what I'm saying? I'm a landscaper. What the fuck do I know, right? I'm Mexican, bro. Like, what the fuck do Mexicans know? We don't know shit. So then, come on. See, see, that's 3 statements already. See, you think this is, dude, you guys work in the same pattern, bro. You and Canaan talk the same way. Hey, family, pay attention to this. Esau and Canaan talks the same way. They do the same tactics. They say the same things. They do all the same stuff. Man, you guys, either you are not a white dude, or you guys are very ironically fucking the same, bro. You sound like them. Look at this stuff. Look at what they're saying, fam. Look at this. This is why, brother Joe, if you're listening, like, you need to find the sequence and patterns of their thought process. You see what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures talk about psychology as the same way in regards to how nations react and act and think like. You see, they have no idea of what the fuck is going on in their head, and they don't realize that they have a pattern of how they speak and talk and say some shit. And you guys are all saying the same shit. This is not normal to me at all. No, it's not normal to me. This is not like this is so fucking obvious, bro. Oh, homie, we ain't homies. We're not homies, man. Now listen, this is just a sad. It's well, first of all, I appreciate the Most High for letting me see the fucking ways of people are, but it's sad, man. Like, you guys never were great. How the fuck did we fall for this stupidity? Well, I don't know, man. I mean, my son's autistic. He's 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he's blind. So, yeah, it is a tough life for everybody here at the house. Not just my wife, for me, too. It's pretty funny, man, that you think that you're going to get through me, through my wife. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? You're a weak person, bro. You're weak. I don't have no pride nor hate. You know what I love? You know what I have? I'm proud of my gente and I love my people. That's why I do what I do. Just because I don't like your crackety crack eyes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck. Hey, listen, I don't like you guys. What the fuck you mad about? I don't fucking want to deal with you, crackers. I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is the problem? Hold on a second. Hey, listen, do me a favor. One last question, and that's it. After this, we're done. After this, I don't ever want to see your ass, squeaky clean, whatever the fuck you are, whatever the fuck you are. And I've seen you before, and I really think you're a white boy, bro. I think you're a raza trying to act like a white boy, and you just have a problem and shit, and you probably married a black woman, and you just have a fucking tremendous confusion in your spirit. So do me a favor, bro. You don't know nothing about me. You have no idea what I go through every single day. You have no clue about what you go through every single day. And that's the biggest question. The fact that you're a sad case. And you did me a favor by being here, because my whole concept of this class was to prove this right here. You reap what you sow. That's your daddy. You guys are one and the same. So I'm glad that you showed your shit, because guess what? I put the link up. I said, well, let's, if you think I'm wrong, well, show up and defend your people. But you can't. And you won't. And you never will.
Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo, wow. Quieren pensar, sin ni siquiera estar al mando. Tanta publicidad subliminal te está matando. Les cuesta decidir por sí mismos cuál es su mando. Publican sonrisas con el corazón llorando. Quieren brillar, pero sin tener que valerse de tener sus ideas propias. Los veo a todos igual, solo son la réplica de la imitación de una triste copia. Obedece, la vida es un suspiro y envejeces. Te dejas distraer por estupideces y pierdes el eje. Te duele por dentro, entonces te creces, pero aceptas mucho menos de lo que mereces. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. Conserva tu juicio y tu intuición, más activos que el que lucha por lo suyo y no se rinde. Yo ya sé bien cuál es mi misión, y es contarte que el mal por su propio pie pronto se extingue. No caigas bajo su control, pues por la televisión es normal que mal lo pinte. Tú mantente firme en conexión con la fuente de creación, vivirás siempre de fin de. Dios abre los ojos, dime lo que ves. A tus propios hijos matándose por billetes. Niños mueren cada 2 por 3. Pa' unos es bendición, con otros por su causa pequen. Y yo que intento ser un ser crístico, voy bendiciendo hasta los diablos. Piensan que es cierto el mensaje típico. Dicen que invento lo del engaño, y mientras lucho contra mis errores, demonios escucho, me ofrecen soluciones. Pero sé que hay un ángel que quiere que mejore. Me dice haz un trabajo interno antes de que lo ignores, antes que otra vez llores y se llenen los mares de pena y de dolores, ya que en mi mente no caben. La paz no va en un sobre, somos algo importante. Nunca te revelaste y por eso no lo sabes. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado.
no me quita lo aprendido. Por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido, no. Todos repiten lo que dice el referente. Discursos vacíos lejos de ser coherentes. De lo que no sabes será mejor que no inventes. Investigues y no te dejes lavar la mente.
¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar.
Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo. Se ve tan mal cuando miras a otro lado, los fantasmas del pasado no se detendrán hasta verte derrumbado. Peores lo hemos pasado. Andaba a golpes con la tristeza, me aportó riqueza, me otorgó sabiduría, pues se dibujaba en todas mis piezas. Yo con alegría le daba color después. La aguja sigue girando, tiempo parece se burlar de mí. Dijo que sanaría esperando, pero creo que la espina aún sigue ahí. Con los dedos lo voy palpando. Cierro los puños, escapa de aquí. Agonizando, no me espera el tiempo, no voy a esperar por ti.
Nuestras huellas en la orilla se han borrado por la marea. Si esas estrellas ya no brillan, las entiendo pa' que vean. Sea donde sea, bajo la tormenta o dentro de la odisea, donde arañas cubren el cielo de tela, los aviones nadan y los barcos vuelan. Aunque parezca que va bien, no sabes bien si va mal. Besos que pueden doler, ojos que pueden matar. Tengo mi alma en el almacén encerrada, mi corazón está en huelga, mis sentimientos en ámbar. Gente, Calamala dijo que estaría presente. Fallaron como nunca, se fueron pa' siempre. Millones razones pa' vengarme, pero a veces duele más actuar indiferente.
Como no quieren ver ahogados, tenemos branquias y cerrados los bronquios como la mente de un guardia. Yo soy la montaña y vine con la cordillera. Más cojones que tu ganga tiene una madre soltera. Tú cúbrete si suena mi tu. A mi lado tengo soldados fumando de su palulu. Ni un conjuro de grimorio me lo salva del velorio. Pa' tener pila valorio se matan vestidos de emporio. Yo no quiero una pistola, estoy soñando que la vida que quería me llega a tiempo. Desde que yo la vi sola, loco ando. Vino a verme cuando el sol se estaba poniendo y se dejó una pluma y se perdió en la bruma. Nunca se despidió de mí, nunca se despidió de mí. Vivo en un mundo que parece roto y sé que no, porque todo es perfecto y lo debo plasmar. Me fumo un trócolo tras otro y lo veo todo otro color. Me siento libre porque vuelvo a conectar. Mi gente sufre y no lo puedo evitar.
Arda y por dentro la llama, no puedo contener la ras. Churruscao el corazón, el armazón no puede llegar a pesarme más. Si abro la boca, tu tumba al suelo, me muelo a diario y sobrado de gas. Escupo ristas perfectas, paladas de versos eternos, no mueren jamás. Cuando acabe mi condena, me vi muy solo y perdido. Cada vez más negra la flema, más elegante el problema, pero planté cara a todos mis enemigos. Recuperé las ganas, las fuerzas y el garbo. Dedico requiems a mis diablos, que aquí estoy vivo de milagro. Delicadas flores crecieron entre los cardos. Me dicen vienes más delgado que de costumbre. Será de tanto que he bailado en el alambre, que a tanta pena es mejor no ponerle nombre. Llevamos la música en vena, nuestra sangre.
Declaraciones.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros antes tan pena. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.